Okay, hello. Here we go. I hope my mic isn't like way too loud. So we'll see what people say. It might be. But here we are. This is it. This is the last Shadowlands stream. It's been a long couple of years. Here we go. It's time to say goodbye. I have a lot of complicated feelings about this expansion. At one point in time, it was like sheer misery. I really thought that the game was in a terrible spot. And in the last year, it's been pretty damn good, and they've kind of just clawed back, you know, so... here we are. I think we've been moving in a good direction, and I'm happy about it. I'm very excited for the stuff coming in Dragonflight thematically and in terms of the gameplay stuff. Just doing a tweet. Yeah. Okay. Alright. I guess let's get in voice chat. I should probably log on to my Paladin at some point.
I'll wait in Arbos in case I have to switch.
The unit class, right? What up, Nightmare? How you doing, man? Oh, Nightmare, I'm glad you're here because you hear a lot. I messed with my mic settings. Let me know if my mic sounds awful or what.
Let's see, so for normal I need the helm and pants.
If it's like really... My stream's probably louder overall than usual, but if my mic is like clipping really bad, like peaking or just sounding shitty or noisy or it's just way too loud, let me know. I can adjust.
I was
Or if it's
going
not
to
loud
make
enough.
myself legendaries, like get this character all kitted out, and then Bell told me no.
I mean, nobody's telling you not to.
I need
They're
cloak
saying
and shoulders.
I wouldn't bother.
I'd be sad if you incurred any degree of hardship whatsoever for
Well,
Shadowlands Paladin gear for this, and then that was it forever. Yeah, don't do that.
What did you want me to do, Val? Did you want me to DPS or heal?
Well, let's see what we got. Let me log on to my Paladin first. There's an idea. And let's go to Nathria to start, I think.
So many paladins, I love it.
Okay, thanks, Nightmare. Yeah, my desktop is a little high. Maybe I should turn
we
it down
got
a
pretty
bit.
good turnout. Or a decent turnout, at least.
I'm gonna crank
Too.
the desktop down just a little bit.
Yay.
I think there was another one over here too.
I don't like my mumble being super loud, but
Gobi heard his butt. He hurt his butt,
Yeah.
so he
Gobi hurt
pooped
his
too hard
butt.
while he was on the toilet. So
oh yeah, I heard he had a butt injury from pooping too much or too hard or something.
Well, that's what we.
that's what we assume.
That was my
What a way to go.
He doesn't have a Paladin anyway,
Just
so.
crapping yourself.
He was leveling one up. He got to level 58. But
Alright, thanks, Nightmare. I appreciate it, man. I was a little concerned. Like, I was like, let me boost it. Let me boost the outbound mic in OBS. But, I was concerned it might start peeking out or sounding bad on stream. So.
So all I did was pre-patch.
Thank you.
For like 2 hours or something.
But yeah, overall, probably everything is a bit louder than it was previously. I did take my desktop audio down a tad. I just don't know what to do about, like,
What?
you know, there's just no good answers when it comes to,
I assume you're just gonna go
What's
through
that?
and invite all the paladins that are logged on.
well, I'm gonna do invites when it's time to do invites. And then, yeah.
Well, according to Tom Coughlin, I'm already late, so
Oh, man. It's a good thing you don't play for many crappy Giants teams.
Hoffman wasn't a bad Giants coach.
He
We
was
won a Super
alright.
Bowl with him.
He was alright.
the raid started 5 minutes ago, dude.
Yeah. That's funny. The raid starts when Spriggs gets here.
Oh god,
wow.
no.
Ah! All the groaning.
I don't know if I've played this guy since season 1.
Oh, man, you mean you can go do Primal Storms and get some 252s?
Oh yeah, it's super nice how easy it is to gear in a pre-patch.
The best thing was the BOA currency, so like you could just play whatever you wanted.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, perhaps I should just go find where I've got those things and mail them to this guy.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get like 130 something or 160 something just from doing the starter sub, so I was just mailing all of them over. After
You
I
get
Yeah,
bought
like
like,
I
the
did
toy
it
I
all.
needed.
I did it all on the Paladin and geared up all my tunes.
Yeah, I got 252 on all 13 classes, every slot. I spent a lot of time the last week or so out there just pounding that stuff, but
I mean, with server hopping, it's so easy.
yeah, you're just constantly fighting a boss. But I mean, I probably did it too much, but whatever. I got what I wanted out of it, and I had plenty of time to stop doing it. So I was just doing it while I was working, so it's not like
Yeah.
kind of mindlessly killing a world boss and then finding a new group and doing it again.
Yeah. I was glad I got hard mode done for Tazabash.
Nice. Yeah, that's gonna be annoying to try to find groups for. Like,
It's and you
Nobody's
can't
gonna be
do
doing
the
that.
final boss without 5 people.
yeah. No, invites are not going out yet because it's not 7:30 yet. Yeah, I'll be streaming.
About
Tomorrow
like,
night.
Allah.
I'm just saying. You know what time invites are.
Party time?
Yeah. And I remember to set the raid to normal, unless you guys want to do mythic.
Oh god, no, please no.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna throw the stream on and just stream and hang out and play. And
Nominated mythic?
I mean, people can get drops here. You can get the pet here. You know, we'll be doing the whole thing. I guess I shouldn't. Well, no, I can auto invite because it's just all paladins that are online.
Just boot anybody who gets invited who's not a paladin.
There you go.
So, Panda.
Panda's got a paladin, I thought.
Yeah, but she's Sam Dragosa is online now.
Yeah, she has one, but she's not on it. So, yo, man, go. Happy Dragonflight Eve, my friend. Okay, I had to re-enable Aura 3 in this dude because it wasn't on. Yeah, the global launches have been pretty smooth. And yes, on low pop servers, it's like you got the whole thing to yourself.
Warlock inside this. Oh.
Oh, I've made a mistake. Oh, there's Spriggs.
Yeah, there she is. Oh my
I mean,
god, look at all the pallies.
I can be the weird warlock out. Just
No.
No. No,
No, only paladins.
I mean, we could use a warlock to get us out there.
no, we're here. We're me and
We
Peter
have,
at the
a, we
center.
have a summoning stone to get us out. Like, we have
Um,
a free warlock. A better warlock.
Request for an invite now, right?
Yeah,
Or do
Which,
you,
I got.
or do you have to invite me since I'm bored on this?
Good question.
yeah, we can't like request, unfortunately. But it's been weird.
The request is weird. Like it doesn't totally work because it's like telling me that you're inviting me to a group, which is not what you're trying to do. But that's how it's coming through.
Well, we have 4 healers right now.
Okay, that's probably too many.
All I have to ask is, Tron, you had the patience to get that title?
What
Yeah,
time?
man, I worked on it.
You, stronger man than I.
How do I?
The Veilstrider title?
How do I?
Oh yeah, I got that.
Oh, that's a lot of stuff to do.
It can't
So,
be
yeah,
worse
I'll-
than being
I'll go
insane.
red. I mean, do we want 4 healers for this group, for this size, or?
For normal, probably not.
Okay.
But you should do whatever you want. I mean, if you want to heal, like I don't have a problem over healing this stuff. Like,
Heavens
No,
knows I need
I
it.
want to feel good about myself.
Nah, it should
Nah.
be a challenge. Everyone should just be DPS.
all right, give me a
You know
minute.
yourself.
No.
Nathria.
Castle Nathria.
Okay.
You sound good.
I don't feel good.
You sound like poop. Can I get a summon, please?
Well, Fever got COVID, I guess, over Thanksgiving. Were you hanging around
Oh.
Fever?
You take a little trip over to Illinois.
We went to
Where's,
Thanksgiving. We got home, and later that night she's like, "Yeah, I wasn't feeling good, and I took a test, and I have COVID."
Oh, thanks.
But luckily,
Sister or staff?
stepsister.
Mm.
So luckily, so far nobody's sick. Rue was feeling a little wonky earlier, but she seems okay now.
Dude, how do you do?
I
Oh,
feel better.
oh here's the raid frame stuff. I don't know if I care about that in raid.
I just feel a little out of it. I slept a lot of today.
Is that everybody? Looks like everybody.
Really sounds like COVID. Or,
Good thing I
what you
planned.
said
How do
Work from
I?
home.
is exactly what Fever told me earlier today.
Yeah.
Can I? How do I collapse this in? I don't want it.
Mine didn't
Oh,
start
man.
until 2 days ago. I was coughing a lot 2 days ago.
No.
Well, I was sick 3 weeks ago with like a fever and everything, but my
Oh, maybe
cough
like
started like
That is how I have it on the other two.
and I've had a cough for like 2.5 weeks now.
Yeah, I was sick also 3 weeks ago. So I was, the lingering
I
cough
just
that
want- I
had
want
started
2
off was,
columns.
like,
I guess like this.
really minimal. It just
Yeah.
like amped up 2 days ago. I was like, oh man.
Sorry
Yeah, I had to
about
go to
that.
the doctor last week and get some.
Oh, okay. I guess I
steroids,
gotta
and
actually do this.
They gave me something else to control the cough.
Was it
I
cocaine?
gotta like call it something.
Well, if it was, it sucks because it didn't make me feel any better.
Uh-huh.
My cough's not too bad. It's mostly just my throat is sore.
Okay.
And I just feel like, a little warm.
Okay. That's good enough. Yo, Nucky, what's up? Yeah, dude.
Our
Bubble.
healers?
Yeah, I guess it's bubble.
All monk raid was fun for sure. These are always. This is like the only wacky thing that we do, but
I don't have any health potions enough.
I know. Yeah, we get drops. We get
You got flashing light.
And you have Word of Glory.
Yeah, we don't even.
I will be. I'm in the support a streamer program, so if you want the pet, if you want to gift a couple subs tomorrow after 6 p.m.
That would actually be a fun way to do it. Like
what I
everybody's
said,
responsible for their.
Yeah, I think everyone should be DPS.
Look, doesn't that heal when I drop that?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah,
It does.
I don't know what you drop.
Consecration.
What's consecrate?
Anybody missing before? I know it looks like it's bugged. I don't even have meters.
We're fine. Look at us.
Dude, I know.
Consecrate
All the consecration stacked on top of each other just looks ridiculous.
All the ponies.
Oh my god, what killed me?
You didn't have enough stamina.
I don't really think they should make trash that requires you to dispel a curse.
Just bubble.
Well, yeah, that works once.
I know we have a battle res in this group.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Looks like opulence. Yeah, it kind of does.
But the tradition.
Pete taught me how to battle res as a paladin.
This is a pretty good turnout. We could almost do mythic.
There's enough consecrations on the ground, guy.
I'm trying.
Another one.
Daz, you gotta hit your other buttons as well, not just consecration.
No.
That's not how it's
False.
Paladin.
Okay.
Copied the talent tree from Wowhead. I don't even know what I have.
I think that'll be more than sufficient here. Who's standing on a pile of gold? Yeah. Ooh, why is that showing me? I don't want this.
I hope y'all picked out your best transmog for this evening.
I didn't transmog and I'm feeling very disappointed in myself.
That's why probably.
That's the
Look how
first
much
thing I did.
bigger I am than everybody.
I have the dwarf heritage, so that's like pretty much as good as it gets, I think.
That is a very good set.
It actually looks nice though, which may not be the goal here.
The Heligoth transmog run.
Yeah.
I expected to see more Ashbringers.
No.
This isn't Legion.
Do some more Tashalax.
I see a lot of people using the same transmog game. The mythic to Misangir set.
Trendsetter, man.
I'm happy with the Horde turnout.
I think this is all I really need for this.
Yeah, we got what, 4 or 5 in here?
Okay. Sorry, I didn't have DBM on either.
Only one cow there.
Mo.
I have a Taran Paladin. It's only level 50 though.
Figured if I had to play a paladin, it's gonna be a blood elf.
This one there.
Get all the extra stuff. The mount too. Screech, there's no... I don't know what he's... I like don't bounce back or something. I gotta go way faster.
Remember.
No, he's still down. I think he's rolling.
LOS. Your damage is really bad. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, we didn't pop the barrier.
I don't like our chances. Yo, Pixel, what's up? Yeah, All-Paladin raid. I don't know, though. It's not looking good here.
Already off to a great start. I love it.
Yep. I mean, could be that the quadruple faded is not the way to go, but
Nah, we just have to actually do it.
we do have to do it. Like, we do not have a lot of damage. Our damage is low, as you might imagine, so we really need to take advantage of the fadeds. We gotta make sure that we're blowing them up. I mean, like, what was it? I feel like the monk raid. Wasn't the monk raid last time, like 2 years ago? Like,
I feel like I should have downloaded it a week ago.
didn't we just kind of run through?
Yeah, it's like you gotta switch to the barrier. You gotta switch to you gotta.
I remember.
switch to
And the druid raid was just like a regular raid. It was fine in BFA or in Legion or whatever it was.
Things like that. The range switch to it and do it. But you just gotta. You are the ranged.
Yeah, we had kind of bad timing there because it came out during an LOS thing, but like, yeah, we still judge it. Yeah, I seem to remember like monk raid and druid raid last time were fun.
17 hammers go flying at it.
I mean, we almost killed it. It's just like not everybody switched to it. So
Yeah.
everybody's gotta, like I said, everybody's gotta do it.
We definitely got to just like kill the fadeds with priority. Okay.
Now we have all the auras. We're good.
Yeah, I put on concentration aura. I was noticing that.
I was literally about to say it.
I got Crusader covered, so.
I got red.
The Sprigs, are you good? I know, Sprigs isn't good. She sounds like she's about to keel over, but.
Okay, ready.
Okay. We don't have hero either, so that could be a big problem. I'm kidding.
I only have 7 more drums.
LOS, do what you can with the barrier.
We got it.
Yeah, that was close. Ow. LOS. Oops. I know that's a little too early. Put the barrier down. Doesn't even really matter because it's not going to damage the boss at the moment. LOS. Okay. Screech. Ah. Okay. I don't think we can do this. I don't think this is doable. I hate to say it, but like, it's Shriekwing. You know? We're just not getting anywhere. It's like, Faded is actually kind of a huge problem here. I'm kind of 200 geared to do this.
You know, we're doing progress.
Yeah. I mean, should we just do it with one Faded Affix?
Are we on heroic?
No. I don't think so.
Oh, we
Oh, we are. Why are we on Heroic?
Yeah. I was pretty sure, but
Like, I changed it. It must have changed when... I don't know.
I was about to say.
Well, then we're doing pretty good.
Yeah, really. It doesn't make sense, though, because I said it before I started the group.
That's funny.
I'm like, I do not know this class well enough to do heroic right now. Please no.
Well, it was pretty weird because I was pretty sure that
Cause like I don't think he does the disc.
the discs, yeah, they don't like, yeah, it doesn't do that, right? That's why I was confused. But like, I don't know.
So do we want to activate all four just to?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Yeah, we got under 46% on
fine.
heroic.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
now all we gotta do is stay alive.
And drop consecration.
No promises. Well, I promise I'll drop Consecration.
Constant consecration.
There's so much of it.
And make sure you guys turn on Sense Undead so you can find any ghosts.
Ooh, good call.
Oh, I see it right there. Where'd it go?
Shriekwing the Guild Killer, yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, this should be better on normal, to say the least, but...
There's not enough consecrations, guys. Come on.
I'm consecrating as hard as I can. Wait, where's... Oh, here.
We will turn this into the Ember Ward.
Yeah.
I can't wait to be out of Shadowlands.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do what Pete does is stay Kyrian, and then when I need to repair my gear, just come to Shadowlands and heal myself.
Oh my god. That makes a lot of sense.
Gold
I'm
will save.
gonna hold up a raid, be like, hang on, I'm going to Shadowlands to repair my gear.
Like, that's definitely a gold positive activity.
Well, if there's no auction house in the Drakthir city, what we should
But there is.
do
There is
go.
one.
Is there?
Yep.
Well, if you're not engineering.
Yeah, there is. Also,
Thing away.
there's also long boys everywhere.
I love seeing people using execution sentence.
It's great.
I
Best
haven't
talent ever.
seen ever.
There's a dead person.
Big please. And
That
the
curse does hurt.
Is pretty bad, yeah. You
That's
definitely
a
want
bonus
to
one.
bubble that off, or owlbear juice it off. Chubb, did you hear the Bills are the first team to win back-to-back games at Lions Stadium in like 20 years?
That was 2016.
Was it 2016?
It's
That's like
only-
20 years ago, right?
It's only been 6 years that the Lions haven't won consecutive home games.
Did you hear that Michigan completely obliterated Ohio State?
No, what does that mean?
That means everything, dude. The rest of it's just worthless. That is the game, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually, it was the most watched college football game in like the last 11 years. 17 million viewers.
It's a lot for something like that.
How they even figure that out? Like, I was watching games on over-the-air HD, right?
So how do I know you're tuned in?
I don't know.
Gotta remember to like heal myself sometimes. Actually, it's pretty good on Warrior to take impending victory now, so I have been even healing myself with my Warrior a little bit. There's the barrier. You do have to LOS, but
Hey, look at that. Everyone's staying alive. Everyone's dying.
yep. The barrier and an essence and the other thing. Kill the barrier first. LOS.
She's standing in the consecrate.
Just like we planned. What was I targeting?
Put more consecrate camp.
It's the only way to be sure. Hit with stuff, stay out of LOS.
If you get in trouble, just bubble.
If you're in some bubble trouble. Yeah, it's a good thing you're here, Pete. You give us all the hot paladin tips.
When in doubt, just bubble or heal yourself. If you have a button lit up and you haven't pushed it yet, why?
What if I panic and bubble and heal myself?
You can do that. That works.
The ultimate panic is a bubble hurt.
I'll keep that in mind. Here's a question. What type of mobs are Altamore's dogs?
Not undead.
Dargons?
I think
Not undead, you say? Well, that'll be interesting. Kill the barrier, LOS first. Whoa. Oh man, this is where personal loot would actually be great. This is the first time we've had this specific problem. Ouchie.
So how does it determine main spec versus off spec?
Whatever your loot spec is set to.
An armor piece like boots would go to all three equally, but when you right-click on your portrait, there's a loot specialization. You choose which one you want it to be.
If you want like red gear, so like for two-handed weapons and stuff, you would go red.
Yeah,
If you
then
want
you have,
intellect weapons, then you go holy.
and if you're in that loot spec, whether you're playing that spec or not, then you have a role before the other roles happen.
Yeah, you can need on stuff that's appropriate for your loot spec.
That's what I thought, but all I was surprised at is there was something in the thing that said, like, I have rolled need, someone else has rolled need main spec for blah blah blah. And I was just curious where that was coming from. Ow.
I don't know.
Perhaps hurt.
I mean, everything should be a main spec need roll, right? The traps do hurt, and they also knock you back when they come out, and it's like just don't run straight back into them. You only get one dog on normal, right?
One
you
shade,
get all.
yeah.
You
One
get two of them?
shade, right?
I mean, yeah, the ghost, I mean.
Oh, ghost, yeah. Yeah, you only get one ghost, I think.
Okay, so I mean, I guess we just blow it up. Like we can't CC it, right? Yo, Hawk, see you later, man. That's true.
You just want to have an actual order, because if everybody just drops their interrupts, you'll get one interrupt. And then it'll be immune.
Everyone should just consecrate.
So
right
we
on
go
that.
all prop.
Too bad that stun DR is just Hammer of Justice it over and over again. Ow. My face. So I get for not just making Pete tank everything. Over here taking damage. What a noob.
So many buttons to press.
No.
What? Compared to Warlock? Get out of here.
No, for me, there are so many smaller cooldowns, whereas like Demo Lock, I'm usually only need 5 small cooldowns and everything else is 45 seconds or whatnot.
I'm sorry, did you say 5? That's not a small number.
I only have 5 small cooldowns on my Warlock.
Two small cooldowns on a red paladin.
Yeah, what do you even have? You got wings and what else do you have?
Final verdict, divine toll.
You-
Wings is like the longer one.
You have
Wings is
Crusader
the longest
Strike,
cooldown.
Consecration, Judgment,
Crusader Strike is rotational.
Camera, like
You're just naming the whole rotation. That doesn't count.
Demo's rotation is much smaller.
We have so many cooldowns like Crusader Strike. It does have a cooldown, yes.
Yeah, its cooldown is the. I don't know, but like.
You're playing with the steering wheel. Yeah, that's what you do. You gotta play with the steering wheel, and then you just like whip it to one side.
That's what I'm doing. The gas pedals, the wings, button.
Yeah.
Go.
Bubble.
careful of your consecrates. No, I guess we're just murdering that, right?
We can't hard CC it, so yeah.
I'll get first stun.
I got
I
it.
guess-
I'm watching the emitter. I got the emitter. I almost didn't have the emitter because my GCD period is much slower than I'm used to on nowhere. Kill the barrier.
Somebody get the next
Someone
stun.
hammer.
He's immune.
Again,
Yeah.
Alright, I'll go first stun. Let the cast get pretty far before you stun it.
Yeah. Kill the barrier.
Got a healer down there. Be ready.
Alright, good enough. Yeah, we should pick up after if we can.
Minute 30.
A minute.
Okay.
Heal yourself if you're low.
Kill the barrier. Oh, I just lost too many. Damn, this sucks. There's no real way to do this without a CC. Hmm. I mean, maybe anger, but I don't really know if we can do this fight if we can't CC the dog. The ghost.
I think we're fine. We gotta kill the dog faster, and then we'll just do healing cooldowns or something.
I also should have just dragged the boss down onto the ghost because we can't CC it, so there's no point not having the extra cleave. I think no matter what, we're still getting 2 ghosts though.
Yeah, we're gonna get 2 ghosts.
So let's just set up a stun rotation. So Pete and then I don't. I mean, how many times we've stun it? 3 or 4?
I think 3, maybe 4.
Coming at you. Did your stun work?
Yep.
So at least 3.
Yeah, I can see my son. Does rebuke not work?
That's
No.
an interrupt.
It's gotta be a
Yeah, you have to. You can't interrupt its cast. You have to CC it or stun it.
Hammer of Justice.
Yep. No, I'm switching it over. I just had rebuke as my my CC option, so I just switched it over just now.
Well, yeah, that's an interrupt, not a CC really.
And we're just gonna stack everything up, right?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, there's no reason
keep them apart for the ghost, but for the
for a rip soul, but that's it.
yeah.
We
No.
can space them kind of far apart though, and it'll be enough. The ghosts don't have any health.
Yeah, because you're pretty well topped up the entire time.
Okay.
Guys, Blizzard says bring the player, not the class. So
Well,
we can do this.
Yeah, just save your bubble for if the ghost gets like 2 casts off, because that kind of hurts. But
okay. Yeah, so let's go with Pete with the first stun, and then who?
coming at you, then try.
Okay.
And then for the 4th one,
Everybody can fight for it.
yeah. Well, yeah. I vote Max.
Okay. Like, I don't know if the 4th one's actually gonna go, but we can give it a shot. We can cast it. I just don't know if it's gonna stun him. Okay. I mean, we'll give it a shot. And yeah, I'll just bring the boss down on top, I guess. Of, well, after Ripsoul's out.
Everyone falls.
These things are definitely the ghosts or beasts. Definitely.
Yeah.
But they're ghosts.
We'll
Yeah.
s-
You can freezing trap them, so I'm pretty sure they're beasts.
Okay. Wiz, are you good? Why are people going AFK during this? Oh, we're just gonna go.
We need 17 stacks of consecration, guys. Come on.
I'm trying my best.
Oh, I'm like.
Yeah, the game's stuck. Everybody's running in place. There we go.
Oh no.
Oh god. Reconfiguration
I'm not
matrix.
doing anything.
You still not awake?
Nope.
Oh, there we
I
go.
see-
Mark,
I
I
woke
see
up.
punching you.
I see TM doing stuff, but oh, I've seen the dog moving. Oh, I think it's going now. Nope, it's not. But it's sort of going.
We broke it with too many consecrations.
Oh, a bunch of stuff just happened at once. Okay.
You good? You catching up?
Yeah, I think it cut up.
It was funny, like both of the shields went and just nothing happened.
We had a full party of 30 paladins doing that.
It would have broke 20 minutes ago.
It's just like, what's going on? Your old paladin raid has returned.
Not happening. Oh.
Stay in.
We drum here, right?
Yeah, if we got him.
Alright, switch to the ghost. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, it's a beast.
Hit the barrier.
This one's mine.
Oh, one cast off's worse.
No.
There goes another ghost.
Damn. I'll watch you emitter. Kill the barrier.
Oh, somebody else stunned it. Don't do that. this one.
I got after coming at you.
Oh boy.
Oopsies. Oh, I'm very off.
I'm not really sure if the faded FXs are helping or hurting.
I think he's in poop, but I can't tell because of all the concentration.
Yeah, I think he is.
If you are able to figure that out, we didn't put enough concentrations down.
Oh no, troll barrier.
Not troll barrier.
Oh, Kobe, you're just in time for troll barrier.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
See, we could do it.
That was a mess. That sucked way worse than it should have.
I unfortunately was not able to finish leveling my dude.
Well, that sucks.
Here,
Oh
it's
no.
just sit.
Bring your rogue.
No.
He's not allowed to.
Blowout?
We'll throw you down and like raid group 8.
Nah, I hurt like my tailbone, so
You like roller skating?
yeah.
Yeah. Seems like a common way to injure your tailbone would be roller skating, right? Like
I mean, it wasn't roller skating, no.
the wheels go out, and you know what I mean.
Yeah. My everything hurts.
Yeah, everybody
fall
should be
down
able
and
to
go
do
boom?
dispel this.
I didn't, but it feels like I did.
So like you just
I
woke up
got
and your butt hurt?
No, I can't because I don't have it.
Oh,
Yeah, you can do it if you're talented into it.
It's been building for a hot minute, so it's not like I just woke up. But I went to Thanksgiving and I was like, I hurt a lot, and then I woke up after the day after and I couldn't get out of my bed, basically.
Maybe you just got gas.
You slept on it
I
wrong.
mean, I do have gas, but no.
That's incidental.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I've gotten it before, so they just gave me the anti-inflammatory that I had before, and I got a thing on Tuesday to go see about it. So, I might be a little bit iffy on early Dragonflight stuff.
Yeah.
To get you a stand-up desk.
Or
No,
donut.
right?
You can just lay
You know,
down.
I've got like a cushion thing, and it doesn't help.
Oh, like a real donut? Just make sure it's not jelly filled.
No.
Alright, next boss should be not as bad as the last one, right? There's nothing that requires you to CC a mob that our group can't CC.
In order to get cleanse toxins, we have to give up one of the final tier points.
Yeah, not happening.
Bummer.
I will die before I save myself.
Wait, what?
It's the paladin way.
It's just like, in order to get the dispel, the poison and disease dispel, you need to spec into either repentance or blinding light first, which that already sucks, and then you have to take 2 points from somewhere to get down to cleanse toxins, and it's like, well,
At 70, you can get it easy, but
right.
no.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to be as big of a deal in a couple days, but
Would it be optimal?
It's almost almost like I need 5 more points.
It's almost like bringing 17.
Called it that he would say that.
It's almost like bringing 17 paladins to a raid like isn't like a.
Ideal.
Oh no.
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, that sucks.
Hey, bring the player, not the class.
Bring the class, not the player. That's what we're doing tonight.
Heal yourselves.
Wait, I'm supposed to be healing myself?
Everybody go holy.
Hotkey word of glory.
Oh, we should be able to heal Sun King really fast.
Yeah.
I'll go holy for that fight.
Everybody go.
We'd have Anger go holy too. And then everybody else can
off the bat,
yeah,
that's like a million health right there.
just wog the shit out of them.
I'll wait 10 minutes. do it 7 minutes and do it.
Just the only healing we do to him is lay on hands.
He's like, I'm very uncomfortable with you all putting your hands on me.
I'm really close.
They've been laying upon me. Thank you.
You can also lay on hands the green barrier and
True.
take a good chunk off it that way.
Oh, that's a good call. AFK Railroad.
Yeah,
He's riding the AFK Railroad.
Here comes the poop train.
Rah. Oh god, this is so much downtime and so many weird problems that we've had tonight.
The shoulder mod off this guy looks pretty cool.
What is it?
Oh, we're gonna have a lot of fun on time box.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Calling the police.
Alright, everybody's got ponies. Should be fast.
We should also
Ponies
have
and
double
bubbles.
ponies.
Oh,
Right, but do you
Yeah.
have an 8-second pony?
Yes.
mine lasts 8.4 seconds.
Yeah, that's what mine does too.
Oh wait, no, mine is 6.8.
Mine is 8.2.
I mean, what we could do is we could put the right side portal like closer to the middle, so that it's like equidistant from the 3 seeds that we're moving, and then you don't have to go very far to get through the portal and drop it on the left side. I don't know. We lost. Saw at some point. Oh, no, here he is. Okay. Woo, one shot. No.
Springs.
And that Spriggs is too ill. She's too ill for the one shot
No.
vibes. It's a bad omen.
Anger's got the tusks and Tashalak.
To the tusks.
Yeah, I've got Tasha. I don't have the Tusk yet. Depression.
It's so long to go in there and farm it.
It is. It's
45 minutes. An
it's
hour.
not worth it. Like, you're not gonna get it. So
I got it when it was current, so that's super lucky.
No, those tusks, I mean.
Oh,
the
yeah.
tusks are brutal. I mean,
What are
That's why you have kids.
yeah. Like if I could get my kids to do it for me, maybe I will.
That's what I did. That's what Cameron did.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be the move.
Ooh, so fast.
Your circle gets smaller if you heal yourself.
This healing yourself stuff is crazy talk. It seems like cheating.
Yeah, you should just ignore your pain.
Yeah.
No, that's what a warrior does.
I'm an American. That's what I've been trained to do by our healthcare system. Just ignore my pain.
I love the 17 ponies running away from it.
Who's got a pony?
It's the name of the spell. You can have different types of animals.
Name of the spell is Divine Pony.
I'm not riding no pony.
I picked up one.
So many people that have the healing absorb on me. Oh no, we missed the barrier. Dwarf pony is the best pony. Like, just objectively. Yo, Josh, with the 24-month resub. 2 years worth of subbing. Appreciate you, man. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. All-Paladin raid is not going well, I'm going to be honest. I mean, we're kind of having fun with the absurdity of it, but shit is not dying. The 4 faded, it's just like our damage and throughput is pretty low with this group. Obviously, most people do not main paladins or like have raid ready paladins, so we're just going to dick it around, and it's just like we're spending so much time on the fadeds that we can't really. Woo! One shot. Hey, look, we got a cinch of infinite tightness.
Whoa.
That was the belt that
Billy's favorite belt.
every warlock,
Belly.
yeah, it's just ruined every warlock's experience with this expansion 2 years ago.
Why did this? Oh, why did this ruin Warlock? Oh, actually,
So
I
we-
don't understand.
Because we got it every single kill every week, and they hated the stats on it. Like, legit, we would see 1 or 2 of them every single week for months.
Oh yeah, of course. I was just like you.
Yeah, Pally's top on the charts tonight, Josh.
Like I thought you'd point out like mages or something else. All the other.
We had like 3 people, maybe 4, like maining warlock at the time. I mean, we had like Mike and Gray playing mage, and it's like nobody cares what they say about anything. So
Season 1 Affliction Warlock was so much fun.
yo, Josh, happy expansion eve to you as well. I'm pretty excited, man. Like, this has been a weird ramp up and everything, and my excitement overall has been like lower than in previous times. But part of the reason is the hype cycle's been kind of short, which is good. And I've just been super busy. once we got the episode for today finished with Sloot, it was like, all right, now I can relax, and it's just gonna be awesome, and we're gonna enjoy the ride. Like now, I'm finally in the mode. Yeah, that's gonna suck during the boss.
Oh, that's a healer job.
That's why we all have ponies.
Now I have to really be able to heal.
God damn, that sucks at work, man.
You have to heal less.
I played a fair bit this week, just like the last like week and a half. Just kind of pounding the pre-expansion event, just getting everybody decked out in 252s, you know. Characters I'm never really going to play, but I'll level them up, so I'll be glad to have it, you know. When I actually go to play them, whenever that is, it's like, alright, well. Did that bottle not land because they died while it was in the air?
Yep.
Well. This has actually been like a lot harder than I thought it would be tonight. I kind of thought we'd just be memeing and...
Mine only going 2 people?
Yeah, it always does on...
No,
The
it's only goes on
mechanic
3 people,
practice.
doesn't it?
The mechanic practice is 2.
Yeah, on the trash fight it always goes on 2 people, I think. Oh, this is going to be fun. This is way too much running around for an all melee group.
I got red side.
Thank you. Who can do blue side? Your uptime will suffer, but at least we won't die.
I don't really know what to do, but I'll do it.
Pick somebody
Click
that's
things,
not good to do it.
Yeah, how about somebody who knows how to do it?
I could do it.
Okay.
I will not sacrifice my uptime.
Yeah.
If you're the only person doing DPS, we definitely don't want you doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
I'm not the only one. Max is up there with me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And Pete.
Just gotta beat the prot guy.
Exactly. Yes, my name is Big Thunder and DPS.
Honestly, like, I thought this would be easier. But I feel like the Fadeds are making it harder.
It's like the bosses aren't actually nerfed like they usually are. We just get an affix.
Yeah, like, we're just doing affixes and the boss isn't dying. We're not getting that much of a benefit from the buffs, I guess, so...
I mean, each affix does make you do like 30% more damage, though. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it takes time to go deal with them.
This doesn't feel like the payoff has been there.
I'm
I
happy.
guess I get how the Shadowlands is easier because you can do a bunch of different stuff. But this one's a little rough. All hero class, right?
Yeah.
Well, next one's gonna be all flat heroes. So demon hunters and evokers.
Which will function better, but I feel like also goes against the spirit of the single class raid, since it's not a single class. Yeah, I probably have it. I probably didn't have it for very long. Kill the barrier.
How did we all miss that?
Did we miss a ball?
Yeah.
Everybody else moved off at the exact same moment. There's like a bunch of us there, but
That's insane.
I waited a little too long to use my IFG there. Okay. This is a little more like it. Okay, well that one felt good. That was the one that felt good so far. As soon as I complained about it, that was what I had to do.
That was a trick, you just have to complain about it.
You'd think I would be aware of that by now.
Just like we've killed all this stuff and no BOEs.
Oh, good point.
Ultra cash can go really fast. You got a golden path. And that's the consecration one.
But yeah, so what do you think about consecration being much more of your AoE damage?
It's always had a lot of AoE damage.
Oh, has it? It sounded like it was much more like Giga Charge.
No, you can spec into it, like, but it's not worth it.
Got it.
I'm not gonna spend the guild's money.
It's really funny to me because doing these bosses
Oh god, should we do Zymox?
is improving my renown, which is helping me get the empowered things.
Nice.
I'm just like, gosh, forgot how much I hate all these random roll mechanics.
I should fight on my goat all the time.
Systems.
I mean, as far as systems go, Renown was probably...
Renown is awesome, actually, yeah.
Out of, yeah.
Renown's a huge win.
Huge.
It's so much better than a traditional rep. There's going to be that element of it too, but like, you know, it'll feel, I think, better to have the rep kind of filling up over time as you're doing the Renown stuff. I mean, you had Renown with all the factions in this expansion, and I don't know. Like, with whatever your home covenant was, it didn't really feel like that big of a deal.
It's a time gating feature, but it doesn't feel as bad as like having to grind rep for...
No, I mean, the existing reps that you can grind. I feel like with the Renown layer on top of it, the regular rep filling up, it just doesn't feel as bad. Most of the good stuff's in the Renown tree, and it doesn't ask you to do stuff that's super repetitive, like specifically to obtain renown. You know what I mean? Versus like killing mobs in Shadow Moon Valley and collecting marks of Sargeras.
I think you should go with the flow of the game, right? As you're doing stuff.
Yeah, like just getting rewarded for doing stuff you want to do anyway. That's always nice.
Can't remember. Are they making it account wide?
I don't know.
I don't think so, but
No?
I think they said there was going to be better catch-up
There's
mechanics
yeah,
stuff
there's
earlier.
better catch-up. So it's like the catch-up mechanic was based off your main. So if you're like level 20 renown, then all your alts will get increased rep rewards until you hit level 20.
Right.
When you say better ketchup, is that like Whataburger ketchup versus like McDonald's?
No, it's like Heinz versus Hunt's.
Ketchup versus catsup.
You know who I want to know if they make ketchup?
Who?
Meat Clown.
Oh,
What about Squirty Cream though?
it better be cheap. The Meat Clown ketchup. It's on the far right side of the aisle.
Do you think they have squirty ketchup?
Nah. It's when you get down to the bottom of the bottle. Starts squirting everywhere.
It's just all the gross ketchup juice that nobody likes.
A whole bottle of it.
The water that comes out when you first turn it over.
That's all it is.
Somebody tried to tell me that Squirty Cream wasn't real, but it was like made up, and it's like, no.
There's a picture of it.
Like, it's real, and it can hurt you.
What was beat up?
Squirty Cream. It's like, you know, I think it's in the UK or something. That's their,
Coming
like,
at ya.
their, like, ready whip.
What is better in two targets, Templar's Verdict or Divine Storm?
Are you seriously asking me that question?
Yes.
What does Templar's Verdict do?
I have no idea. I just picked it.
Yeah.
Is Templar's Verdict a single target hit or a cleave?
It
I don't
says
even know
single
what button
target.
it is.
Okay, so what's better for his cleave? Divine Storm that hits up to 5 targets, or Templar's Verdict who hits?
Well, it depends. Does it hit 2 targets at least half as hard as Templar's Verdict hits 1 target?
Yeah, like that's the question I'm asking here.
Well, you gotta look at the...
It should tell you on it. Like, does it do twice as much damage as?
Yeah, as long as 1 hit from Divine Storm does half as much as Templar's Verdict or more, then it's better to use against 2 targets.
Yeah, so Divine Storm does 4,200, while Templar's Verdict does 7,200. So
there you go.
The math is there.
It didn't work, Pete.
Doesn't work.
Your attempt to res.
Also, like, when in doubt, just Divine Storm more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't even have Templar's Verdict on my bar, so that way I don't have to worry about it.
There you go.
There you go.
I'm just always AoE.
Well, you just grab a steering wheel. There's really cheap right now.
Yeah, there you go. Your Black Friday deal on a USB steering wheel.
Spin that thing. All your cooldown.
Oh, also, if you're just going by guides, your guides probably are telling you, like, specs for single target for rating because the bosses are single target, but with all the affixes, you have tons of cleave stuff, so you should be doing cleave specs.
Well,
So what you're saying is I should be wearing my Mythic Plus gear.
Probably, yeah.
Do you mean I should spec out a single target Avenger Shield?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not actually spec'd into it.
Are you saying I shouldn't have just randomly just like stopped my...
I mean, as long as you fill out your tree, you're probably better than not filling your tree.
Yeah, I think you should. Yeah, whatever you did was probably fine.
My spec was go to old dungeons and try to get mount spec.
There you go. So it's all the movement speed.
So you can run faster.
Yeah.
Like my current spec is kind of good for everything. It's not like heavily geared towards single or maybe. I do have a single target build.
Oh no, Nathan.
You're using now. I took a screenshot of that. And,
Yeah,
trying
I
to
did.
add up, get through it between trials.
Oh wow.
Just link it.
I mean, how do I link it?
I don't know.
Some form of shift click.
Well, if you have copy pasta, you can can copy the string and then paste it in chat, right?
You should be able to just right click and copy his.
Just go to the talent build, and then your little drop down. There's a share.
Yeah, but that exports a string. I don't think it's like a clickable thing.
Try that.
Ow.
Oh, it's all up to me now.
That's me.
I don't have the add-on, so you can copy stuff out of chat.
Yeah.
So just type. No, it's not that easy.
Yeah, just type it. It's just capital BYEA, lowercase WT 2K, capital K. Excuse
Be
me.
right back after the raid.
That's how I feel with you guys and your dumb characters in your names.
I've not asked you once to invite my tunes.
Yeah, Daz made me do it yesterday. So.
And I sent the special character.
Well, it's funny because it's like when I did it with Val, he's like, just shut the fuck up and message me.
Yeah, like just whisper me from the tune.
Yeah, I just invite people to group, and then you can right-click on their picture and say copy name.
Yeah, that's good.
I think that's the string for my build.
Can you make a Paladin channel on Discord and post it there?
How you guys run around without copy pasta in 2022?
Is that
They
an
put
add-on?
the add-on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well,
How about?
I'm
I
avoiding
have a different one
cards
that
for
does
this
it.
There,
I
I put it in Discord general chat. Or Warcraft discussion.
Yeah, I'm running a whole 4 add-ons right now.
I haven't even put my new nameplate add-on in. It's weird. I'm using like stock UI nameplates for the first time in 10 years.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I never liked any nameplate add-ons actually, so I always just use the.
Yeah,
Expert
Plater's
was
really
really
good.
good for a long time, but I haven't used them in a long time. But I'm using the regular nameplates now.
Can on
Oh.
the default ones, can you make them change color based on if you have thread or not?
Yeah. Yeah, like mine are like white if the thing has thread on me, and they're yellow if it's on somebody else.
Red box around yours and mine.
I guess they're white if it's on another tank, and it's yellow if I'm. I don't know. I can tell which ones I want to click though.
I use Plater because it makes the ones that I don't have thread on giant, and the ones that I do have thread on smaller. So it's like, yeah, so it's like super easy. It's like if it's
Yeah.
big, it's not attacking me.
I also have a feature on later for there's like little arrows to the left or right of whichever nameplate is my current target. So when they're all stacked up, it's easy to
Where the heck is it? I don't know.
Is this gonna be the make or break run?
No, I thought Huntsman was going to be the toughest one. The rest won't be that bad.
Huntsman
I'm
was
scared about this one. This is
Huntsman's pretty bad.
Oh, I'm not scared of it. I just think we might die a few times. So
The
it's-
worst thing about this is going to be the traps. But does he do traps on that?
I think he does. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't. But
I mean, but
um,
if we need to clear traps, then we just bubble pony them all
Well,
off,
the traps
right?
are just going to pop underneath us because they're not having any range. So.
Oh, true.
Does Freedom not clear 'em?
Oh. No. I think Bubble does.
You have the
Bubble,
bubble, that
and
sucks.
you're human, Rachel.
Human, get out of here.
Human. You're a human in real life.
I know. That's bad enough.
Right.
I use Rachel so much. I actually got it at the beginning of Shadowlands, and it saved me so many
Yeah.
times in keys and in raid.
I mean, it is good. I'm not saying the racial's not good. I think maybe for phase 2, just do like star and diamond, or sorry, circle and diamond for the teleport, right? So like we run here to get the seed out instead of to yellow.
Oh, I see what you because the rings aren't as big as they are in.
Well, all that really matters is that we get into purple, and if you get into purple, then you're probably safe. Like you pour it out to orange, and then you can run far enough. I think.
Alright, well, yeah, I guess we'll for science it.
Yeah.
Worst case, we bubble in the season.
Ooh.
Feel bad.
This is Dragonflight says available 6 p.m. Eastern. Miller says maintenance is tomorrow, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. I mean, there's no maintenance scheduled for Tuesday right now.
0.5 minute bubble.
So, like, this week's maintenance is tomorrow morning. And then it will be, you know, there's right now there's no maintenance on the schedule for Tuesday. But shit happens. So if something breaks, like, I mean, they'll do emergency maintenance if they have to, but
Everybody's got 2 ponies, and
at this point in time,
it's not as bad on normal.
at this point in time, it's they're not,
I mean,
you know, they're not planning on having maintenance on Tuesday. So once we're up and running at 6 p.m. Eastern, like, we can just play. But if shit breaks, then they're gonna have to bring it down to fix it, presumably. So we'll see. Maybe they'll do, like, well, I don't know. Hopefully there just won't be anything. I have a feeling that there's gonna be a lot of traffic tomorrow, and shit gets wacky when there's a lot of traffic, as we know. So I don't know, man. We'll see. I mean, fingers crossed. I mean, Shadowlands, from what I remember, was fine, at least on my dinky little server. But, you know.
More consecration.
Yeah, the portals aren't really in a good spot. Just run away from the ghost.
Oh, that's my fault. Sorry.
just do the best you can. Worst case,
Keep
we
running.
beat on you a little bit.
You should be transitioning. Yeah. All right. So at this point, we want to do orange and purple for the wormholes.
I'll get the sea dose by the boss.
Thank you.
I'll sacrifice my uptime.
I'll get door.
All right, circle and purple. And seeds. And I'm frozen.
I'm freezing.
Oh, what's gonna happen?
Frozen too, yeah. I was like, man, this book of destruction is taking forever.
They nerfed it.
We
How many hours until game release? What time is it now? I don't know.
I'd pull offline.
About 23? No, 21? Something like that. What time is it now? They call it about 21. There you go. I'm sorry, I don't understand your confusion. I mean, maintenance is scheduled for 1 hour
be starting early.
for Monday. Scheduled maintenance for the 1 hour, typical 1 hour maintenance window, and then Dragonflight releases at at 6 p.m. They're just gonna push it. Like, they're not. This is what they do. Like, they just push it, and then like, you'll just be chilling in your capital city, and then it'll just turn on. They're not gonna, like, take it down, and then when it comes up, it's Dragonflight. Like, the data's already here. I'm freezing again.
Is it maybe a path or something on the East Coast? 'Cause I ain't even traveled.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, freezing again. Yeah.
Freezing again as well. What the frick?
Like, I saw him cast the axe, and then nothing.
I went and ported into the thing, and then I just kind of sat there. Dude, man, this is weird. Damn.
Whoa.
Still alive, Shamar?
Yes. You are still alive.
What is going on?
You are.
That's
Drake?
something big.
Fairplay ain't even out yet.
It's
Are you on the same ISP by any chance?
I mean, I'm on Comcast, so no.
yeah, I am too. Yeah, I don't know. I'm in no man's land right now. Oh, everything just caught up real quick.
I was about to say this might be our cleanest kill on this dude.
I know, right? We're just doing the strat wrong, apparently, but
Yeah, all paladins, all in melee.
yeah.
Is it possible to put like a battle res on someone so we can res the whole party after the wipe?
Nope.
CD.
I don't think we have one though.
Just came up now.
Yeah.
You can do it, Kiz? Yeah!
Did it go off?
Bert has it, it looks like.
Oh yeah, don't release, don't release. I guess we'll try again.
MVP Giz.
The worst that happens is we fail miserably.
Well, no, the worst that happens is that we are failed by the game. We didn't fail, the game failed us.
Yeah, that was almost our cleanest kill.
That was a very good Zymox pull.
Oops, I didn't need that.
Well, thank you for that, Leon. Except for, wait, they didn't work for Tyrion though after that.
Oh no. Oh man, this has been a real roller coaster tonight.
Onto it, let's go.
Great, you still can there, Pete.
I was gonna say, yeah, can make 5 of them.
I hope this
Technically.
actually
Right, no.
works.
So it takes 20 things that sell for 5 copper to make one thing that sells for 1 copper.
Yep. So you might as well keep them and sell them all at once.
You could keep them if you ever want to go grinding for transmog later on.
No,
I don't think the Faded will be available.
Yeah, no, they're not going to do anything.
You're right.
Yeah, they're not going to do anything.
Plus the Faded is the same transmog as the respective difficulty.
They might change them to a gray item that sells for more, so.
Yeah, they probably will since I sold all mine.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, you know what, let me,
So just that I know it's late, but if you check your flasks real quick.
Flasks? You silly goose.
What else are you gonna use them on?
I've got one, but
Actually, I should have sent some over. I do have a bunch that are going to be useless.
I've got 7 if people want one.
I'll be leveling all flasked up.
I'll take one.
I'll take one.
Just open trade.
Alright, yeah, my world latency is mega high too, so I don't know. Everything's okay at this exact moment. Like, I can see everybody running around normally.
It's the
Yeah,
consequence.
same.
My
Yeah,
spells are casting, like, everything's fine, but...
No, I don't have Jeeves on this team. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, that's right.
Just be Kyrian with Owlbear Man.
True.
Need a Chiefs. Alright. Chiefs here.
Yeah, like right now my repair bill would be 75 gold because I just died, but by the end of this fight it'll be back down to 0.
Yeah, probably.
The amount of gold
Oh,
you've
I mean,
saved
provided
is
we don't die.
exponential.
Well,
Even if I die, as long as it's not too early, it'll be back down to 0.
Can summon Steward repair?
No.
No, but Jeeves
Okay.
here can. We'll try and robot man.
Robotman.
Come on, guys, I'm doing all the damage here.
Yeah. Let's try again, let's see. I'm suddenly not optimistic that the game's going to hold up, because some of us have really high world latency, but...
I mean, this is all of us trapped for consecration.
Yeah, we're going to take down the whole infrastructure. Remember anybody who was here for Gammon, and the night that we freed Gammon and we brought down the Chicago data center?
Yeah.
We're going to ruin Dragonflight launch because all the consecrations are going to break the servers or something.
I think, yeah, we
Yeah,
need to get like a
they'll be-
40-man raid. We need to get a 40-man raid of All-Paladin.
17 people using consecration.
And then just do a countdown, like...
Yeah, Mango. This is the fifth.
Post saying like, yeah, Dragonflight's canceled because one guild dropped so
40
many consecrates
paladins.
it dropped the database table.
Yeah.
I accidentally hit already, but I'm good to go.
Like, for future reference, please do not stack one class in a raid ever again.
It's a bannable offense now.
The servers are overheating still.
We're gonna catch retroactive, like 72
Nah.
hour bans.
All of us go unholy DK and just have all the summons.
Phase 1, get the wormholes far apart. Circle to circle, star go far. Oh, it's probably the last time I ever get to say that.
That's the first time I was hit by a ghost for a while. No, my uptime.
Oh no. Kill the barrier. Star go far.
Yeah, they really don't want me to do things.
It's gonna reset anyway, so. Phase 2. At this point, do star and purple diamond. So go like mid and far. I guess circle go far and star go to star. Or just go wherever you want.
Some 50 minutes and blown up.
We got it. Ooh, nice job. It's probably gonna reset before anything matters, but get it far anyway. Oh yeah, he's gonna go. At this point, marks on the marks.
Hey, we have 40 stacks of the thing.
Yeah, that's
Lots
good.
of, divine toll procs, not divine toll, but divine shield procs. Shield stolen. Whatever that ability.
God, what are you even saying right now? Whoa, dude. My latency does not like whatever's happening with these wormholes. Marks on the marks. No, not bad. I lived somehow. Yeah, it is. It's quite nice to be online and connected to the server when attempting to play the video game. It's a real pro tip from me to you.
We did it.
We did it. That was good.
That is
We did really good.
the number of people who died in phase 3.
Yeah, maybe it actually helps when the game's not. Oh, my latency's like back to normal now. Who got a bag?
I
Yeah.
will say, on that fight, normal completely negates the sucking mechanic.
Yeah.
I got the bag.
Nice.
Pete, was it chest piece you needed?
No, I need a head and pants. Which I think are from the last two bosses. Those are not the pants I needed. Stupid pants.
These are not the pants you need.
Yeah, I guess
But
like
this is 100 gold? Or no, I rolled 100 apparently.
Some indestructible leather bracers. I might used to fit
Oh,
those.
okay. It looks like when someone wins, it probably tells you that they won for main spec or something like that.
yeah, I guess so. It's just unnecessary because if you can need, then it has to be for your main spec. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to need.
No, I think there's like two need roles. There's need main and need everyone else who can equip it.
But how
So
do you?
I
What is
think
it?
I don't understand how it works with the chest plate. That doesn't make any sense.
I
Like
think it just defaults to main spec for that. Like there is no off spec.
Yeah.
We're supposed to go upstairs, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You may.
Acceptable.
Oh no, noodle soup. Noodle soup has died. Yeah, the latency is probably millions of mats being vendored. Just buckling under the weight of all the Shadowlands garbage getting tossed in the garbage.
It's still selling on the auction
Hoping
house.
to make the
Yeah.
last.
I am still selling stuff and I don't know why. Like, why are you buying Shadowlands fish today?
It's because people's bots are still running, probably.
Yeah, I guess.
That would be really funny.
Half the stuff I sold on Cake Party was sold as I was listing it. I was like, who's buying all of this cloth and all this leather that I've had for so long now?
Right.
Maybe Mog?
I think it's just because like the math in your add-on or your bot tells you that you're supposed to because it's at good prices, and they just do it. I don't know. Like, there's no practical purpose for any of it at this point. Like, I guess if you really want the Sanctum Mog and you want to do it because you have like match you never used from Torghast or whatever, so you're just gonna make legendaries for every slot. Like, that seems inefficient.
All my protogenitors sent you.
Yeah, that's just it. Immediately goes like, yeah.
So when do we use lay on hands in this fight?
Right off the bat.
So,
On Kael'thas Sunstrider, not on yourself.
Yeah. So do we just? I want to see 17 people lay on hands, Kale, immediately. What his health will be.
Oh, we're going to.
I mean, we can do one of two things. We can everybody go holy, or we can all go prot to maximize the amount of healing that we all do.
I think it's fine.
You still have to
I mean,
beat
it's
him
only
up,
gonna
though.
it's only gonna do your health. It's not like it's that much.
Yeah.
And I go from 91,243 in prot, so that's a 50k jump.
Like he's not gonna notice some of your 50k heal lay on hands.
So about 57k. Okay.
And then we do actually have to kill some stuff.
Ooh,
I
on my
know.
phone, killing things.
I know. Yeah, you can put beacon on them if you have a beacon.
You have to wait till the fight starts, though.
So we have to.
Just wondering.
Word of glory we use.
Yep.
I'll get Star first.
I'll do like blue or green or something once I'm freed up, depending on who's not using it.
You can cast like 10 flashlights on them too.
I just imagine taking our phones out and turning on the flashlight.
Yeah.
Can you not target kill?
You have to wait till for Barons to soften.
Oh yeah, that's true. You probably can only do one lay on hands.
Yeah.
Eric, no!
I was trying to get him.
I don't know where my battle res is. Kill a barrier. He is not getting healed very much.
He's at 41.
Where does he go? 45 or something?
I believe so. In a minute.
I mean, it's a 2-minute debuff in normal, not on heroic.
I'm taking blue side.
Config is up.
Get the barrier first.
I think all the Theta stuff's dead, right? Yep. Well. Ultimately, I think we just didn't have the damage to do this. Probably had too much healing. Might have too many dead here. Ow. My body. Everything is pain. I'm sorry, DBM. I can't taunt that thing off Pete. I can. I can't keep it though. Sucks. Do what we can. Okay. Get this thing over here, please. Please come over here. What the hell happened to the barrier?
The infuser. That's healing too.
Oh, was there one up there?
Yeah, there was one. I got him.
Thank you. I didn't see it. Obviously.
Can you take this food?
The Vanquisher?
Yeah, I'm at 13 weak stacks.
Hold on. I'm in here. Wow, that sucks.
Yeah, that infuser made that a lot longer than it should have been. There was one off on the.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, he ended up with more health at the end than he started with when he jumped in, so. Yeah, Sam. This unfortunately hasn't really been that fun. I hate to say it.
Half of that fight trying to figure out why I couldn't get Beacon of Faith on a target, even though I have the talent. So I was a little ineffective at the beginning.
And what was the verdict?
I still don't know why I can't get it on somebody.
Oh.
It's on my bars. I have the talent.
It's just bugged.
I changed the talent and it switched my macro to heal KT Word of Glory to the regular one.
Oh.
So I was like, why is it not? Oh, it's not the macro version.
Did you switch builds?
No, I just changed one talent and it switched my bars to something else.
Huh.
That's weird.
Like I must have some default bar set up. So
Yeah.
it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna switch you to that because you changed a talent.
Yeah, it can be tough to tell, like, when you mouse over something at macro, too. Like, it'd be nice if it would, like, show you the macro tooltip or something when you hover.
Well, I have it. The first line of the macros hashtag show tooltip, so it just says the tooltip.
No, I'm saying like if you could see the whole, look at the box would pop
Somebody
up.
pull the enforcers.
Come back down. I'm right behind you.
I mean, I got him on the stairs. I'm walking him down. We have to kill this dude so that we can do Court of Blood and have that be our last Shadowlands boss.
The Dance Macabre?
That's the best fight in this expansion.
It is a good one. I think it's a good way to go out.
Yep.
Last chance to do your dance with the Space Jam.
And by not doing Sire.
Yeah, that's not too sad.
Sire's really fun with Faded, and especially 4 Fadeds. And then you have to like not do anything at all except the Fadeds, and then you have to do everything all at once after you get enough of your debuffs off. Oh, it's not too bad on normal. God, that fight sucks. It's just, the design is just so whack. It's just, I guess Phase 1 is really the whole problem.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of holding DPS in Phase 1 and all the weird shenanigans you have to do to work around the mechanic.
Yeah, holding DPS always sucks.
We'll see him again.
I mean, yeah, because they saved him and you have no idea what the hell they're doing with him.
I don't know.
Yeah, like the whole Mal'Ganis and Remoria storyline just got ended.
Well, I mean, that's for another day, obviously.
But we stopped Mal'Ganis.
But we didn't get
Yeah, but Mal'Ganis was just, just a henchman, really.
I think you're missing the bigger point. None of this shit ever happened. We were just dreaming.
We wake up in Bob Newhart's bed.
We're gonna wake up inside Nizal and we'll find out we lost.
Oh gosh.
See, I was hoping Shadowlands, Dragonflight starts with we're waking up from Beer Fest and Shadowlands was all a dream.
I mean, we've all been on vacation for a couple years after Shadowlands.
Well, we've also already seen the beginning of Dragonflight.
We have.
As of, like, 2 weeks ago. So, yeah. That is what happens.
There we go. Now I'm healing KT.
Nice. He's getting a lot more heals already as compared to last time.
Yeah, I'm not searching my spell book for buttons.
Additional guards are en route.
Shades down.
Remember with the Ember thing, you want that in the group.
There.
Watch his face. Alright, that was good. Put a channel on blue for a second. Go ahead and use the things if you don't have the debuff.
Diffusers.
Get the infusers. Diffusers are worse.
They're dead.
There, you're in the corner.
Throw by blue. Man, it takes so long for that dude to like land and actually start animating and stuff.
He's mad.
Oh no, he's so mad. Barrier down. In the group with Ember. Let's get this. Phoenix is there. Watch his face.
That went a lot better.
Yeah, that was really good. It's amazing what happens when like macros and shit aren't broken and people aren't fighting with their own input the whole time. I got a memory. Woo! Gonna go make a new legendary before we call it a day.
Yeah, man. Gotta collect them all, right?
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, I was looking at legendary prices on Baligan yesterday. Don't do it.
Dude, people have like jacked the prices up, and it's like, who do you think you're selling these to, my dude?
Somebody bought all the leather stuff and relisted it at like 29,000.
It's like, good luck with that. Like, it hasn't sold in months. It's not gonna sell today. I'll take your money though.
I actually sold like a base item for a cloak because of all the Drakthir. Sold it for still like 8G.
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean,
There's Drakthir, I guess, Unity?
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
all
because
the,
the Unity's account wide.
well, not just Unity, there's also all the other account-wide powers that you have. The generic ones like Jailer or whatnot.
yeah, there's like goofy ones. Ones that nobody ever used.
Yeah, just like their generic Covenant ability.
Yeah. Echo of Aenor, Morganon, Scarcity, Stable Plasma Lure, those
I
things.
mean, I guess
all
if
that.
you want to min-max the last week of the game.
Yeah, like, I don't know, man. Whatever.
Also a way of like learning how it works or how the class works and just getting some extra
Sort of.
damage out of it.
It's not, though, because
Sort
like,
of.
your stuff's gonna be all different at level 70.
And those generic legendaries are so bad. I mean, like, I don't know.
They're gonna turn off in a second too.
I guess if you're sitting on like a whole grip of mats and you're like, whatever, I'll make my dude a shiny, like, okay. But like buying stuff on the auction house to do that seems ridiculous.
It's a 291 stats game.
Yeah.
That's it.
So you're gonna replace them the first 20 plus.
Nah. I think if you're like 300-ish, I think your gear will hold up through questing for quite a bit, actually.
I think if we have 300, we probably don't need any gear from questing.
Yeah, because remember, they gotta scale it so that people who fresh thing can get it.
Yeah, I mean the catch-up gear that they put in was only 252. So.
Yeah, that's where questing is gonna start.
I was reading 252 gear is like solid.
Yeah, it's fine. It's absolutely fine.
But you're gonna have like a hard time.
From what I played on beta, yeah, like I 250 is OP for questing, and even at that, you won't be replacing stuff right away.
It'll probably end up being just like every questing experience that around 64 to 66, you're starting to replace your raid.
Yeah, maybe. I think maybe because of season 4 and stuff. Like if you're season 4 geared, it might not even do that.
Well, when I boosted this character with my Dragonflight boost, it gave me 180s. And it also emptied
Right.
my bags, and they mailed me everything that was in my bags. It was a very strange experience.
That is weird.
Oh yeah, when you're boosting the tune, yeah.
Like everything, they took everything out of my bags, even the one of those items that you're using to buy 252s. Like I farmed up about 7 of those, and they're all gone, and I was about to get really upset.
Oh wow.
But they mailed them all to me.
That's funny.
I'm contemplating whether or not it's going to be worth doing like a profession that makes gear, like either blacksmithing, leatherworking, on like this.
I'm gonna unlock the mirror for what we did back down here.
Yeah, I guess you guys might as well.
Yeah, the mirror.
If the mirror is open, it's a quick run, right?
It's now open.
Thank you.
I'm gonna do blacksmithing just because that's what I like to do. So I'll be able to make stuff. And
I'm gonna stick with alchemy.
I'm not doing blacksmithing because Vel's doing blacksmithing.
yeah, just send me your mats and I will skill up, and eventually I will make whatever you want.
I'm trying tailoring and enchanting, and I'll try doing that. We'll see how it
You
goes.
have to send mats to you. You can just do private
Work orders.
crafting orders.
I know, but in order for me to get skill points, I'm gonna need to make a bunch of stuff. So
Yeah, but
I got a feeling.
skill points from the.
How many work orders do you think are gonna be active on Billigan Doomhammer NA?
No, but I'm saying instead of mailing you the mats, I can just send you a private work order.
Yeah, but what if you don't want anything made? What if you just have stuff and you don't want anything made? I need your mats just to make stuff.
You don't have to send it to me.
Yeah.
You can send it to Jazz.
Oh my god, we got a BOE!
Oh man, what a great ending to the story.
Complaining about it worked in 1 second.
Man, what's our final Shadowlands BOE? It's our last BOE of this terrible BOE system. We will have much better BOEs in Dragonflight.
I mean, I feel like the BOE situation was pretty good. Like, they, relatively speaking, compared to previous expansions, rained from the sky.
Only some, I don't know. I think for the totality, I think we got comparably few.
I think we got much more at the beginning.
We had a couple nights where we got like a ridiculous amount. I think having on a weekly basis, like these mobs are gonna drop BOEs is way better. Why? Because we didn't shoot them.
Right.
Didn't shoot them yet.
For some reason, I'm expecting them to come down.
I gotta shoot them first.
I don't know what the hell I was thinking.
I don't know. Thinking of murderer, apparently. Yeah, they don't know what's going on either.
I'm gonna shine some light on them.
Light them up.
Lot of
This is a good way to send off Shadowlands raid. Like this boss grabbing a BOE in the room.
And then doing the dance macabre.
This raid was kind of a mess tonight between just stuff not working right and.
I mean, we started off as heroic.
Yeah. And just like overall, a bunch of this did not feel good for our wacky thing. I feel like it'd be better if it wasn't faded. We were just doing it like.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
I mean, I feel half decent about myself.
We started the expansion with this raid not working, and we ended with this raid not working.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a full circle.
Remember the first time we looked at Shade of Kael'thas? Oh my god.
Remember the raid resetting? You guys
There's
did
a
again?
mitter behind me, and I'm doing boss stuff, so I can't do it.
I got it.
Recital.
No, Tron, why are you dead?
That mechanic always gets me.
Just gotta run.
You just gotta move.
I know,
just
but I
run
hear
and try
find
to
your
kill other
partner, and
people.
I'm
You don't
like,
need to
"Well,
move.
okay,
You just need to
dance."
run.
Yeah, the whole finding your partner thing is a.
It's a red herring.
For what we're doing, it just makes it worse.
What I'm saying is, I hear that audio cue, and I'm like, oh, okay, dance. And then I realize it's not the dance, and it's too
Oh, jeez. Well, I can help you there.
I'll remind you to run.
late. Oh, thank you. You know, you could be there if you dance.
I don't have any holy power. Like, I can't right now. I'm trying.
About to dance.
I only want it from Daz.
Bronze forward. Boogie down.
Fast blood elf dance.
Right?
Bronze forward.
It's like a vicious dance.
It's actually left.
It's only 4 in normal, right?
Yeah. Blood Elf male dance is a Napoleon Dynamite, right?
Better.
Yeah, somebody click the essence. Recital, keep moving.
Run.
Hey, yeah. Thanks. Just paying attention that time.
Spriggs is dead though.
Well, not what we can do about that.
There.
And kill the attendant. Recital, keep moving. Oh.
You killed a nice one again.
I know.
It's the life of the party. You guys just killed me.
It's the death of the party. Alright, killing Baroness. Well, killing Attendant first. No, killing Barrier, then killing X.
At least it kills the attendants.
Yeah, that's nice. THX attack. Why didn't they just call it that?
Miss opportunity with DDM.
It's in the game.
Ugh.
We're getting sued now.
Oh no. Please don't hurt us, EA. Still killing X. Whoever's near the emitter, try to keep an eye on it if you can.
I got it.
Oh, I'm gonna barrier up here too. Sashay left. France forward. Boogie down. Continually boogie down.
Where's yours? Just run around randomly and eventually you'll hit it.
There you go.
Like, you don't lose by hitting the wrong one, you just lose by not hitting the right one.
Alright.
Like, I went to go interrupt the emitter and then I just ran around in circles and was
It's gotta be one of these.
Always fun to watch LFR people just stand in one spot and try to do the dance, not in their spot.
Yeah. I don't know, they got a whole other thing. A whole other universe going on over there.
LFR Raiders are a different breed.
The truest and hardest of all hard modes.
I really enjoyed that video you sent today.
Dude, it was good, right? It's like I said, it's pretty dense and it's pretty long, but it's a good watch. Barrier first, because it should hurt the attendant. Yeah. Or kill the attendant. Castellan took so much Divine Storm damage. He's already like halfway dead.
I think some people are just wailing on the wrong one.
That could be.
Like, yes, your DPS numbers will show up bigger, but,
The fight takes longer?
yeah, the fight takes longer. This is an instance where you should be using, Templar's Verdict, not Divine Storm.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That wasn't asked that question. That was Finance's question.
That was your professional advice.
And you depend on me for question.
There's a barrier somewhere.
I mean, you know this stuff better than I
You
do.
are the real paladin.
Barrier.
This Pete's not a real paladin.
I just fake it.
Isn't that all
Plays one on
anyone
TV.
does?
Okay.
I don't even trust myself with it.
Ah.
I'm not even sure Kessel would consider like bright sides of real paladin either.
Oh, could you imagine if Kessa got a load of that guy?
I love Kessel's playing Dragonflight.
I haven't heard from him.
I've been talking to him a little bit, but not too much.
I'd imagine if you're planning on playing at launch, you probably would have poked a head in by now.
The emitter.
I got it. I'll keep an eye on it.
I got the next one. The emitter.
Alright.
Why is this guy not dying? Oh.
Yeah.
Because he's dead, yeah, he's had a lot of attendance on.
It's like as soon as we clean up ads, there's more ads.
We just got too many people dead now.
We can pick up one.
I don't know where my thing even was. I have no idea where my spotlight even was because I was trying to kill the stone cart. I don't understand what what has killed people on this fight exactly. Ah, troll barrier. Yo, one sword guy. It is all pallies, and it is not great. It has not been a great night. I'll be honest. These fights aren't really designed for you to have all paladins and nothing else. And also we had some tech issues with the server earlier. Some of us, including me, had extremely high latency for a little while. It's like straight up frozen on some boss fights.
Full barrier.
Yeah, kill the barrier.
Oh, it kind of keeps them from the barrier from doing damage to the boss. That's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, it seemed like it was on Blizzard's end or something. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, he's got some really attendance.
Woo.
We did it.
That was awful.
Yeah, it was.
Like we'd pop the attendants would come out during the barrier, so the barriers did nothing. It sucked.
Yeah, like you have to kill the barrier because you can't kill the attendant. So.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, it was a little rockier than some of the other single class raids that we've done.
Yeah, but Fated stuff changed the map on that, right?
Yeah, true. I mean, it's like way harder than it should have been to begin with, and then it's like, so you need to take advantage of the Fated stuff, but then it makes everything way harder. But thanks everybody, and we did it. We made it through Shadowlands. Hooray!
Yay, Shadowlands.
Barely.
So yeah. I mean, we have 2 weeks of no raid, right? So we'll see you guys tomorrow night. I'm sure a lot of people will be on for leveling and whatnot, and use Discord and stuff. Like, make sure do your Mythic Zero World Tours for the next 2 weeks, and do what you can to grab some gear that way. We'll coordinate with whatever crafting stuff we could do that's like halfway interesting. You know, we'll try to get as raid ready as we can with that stuff. And no, I think the plan is going to be we start Vol the Incarnates normal and just get a feel for how everything's going, pick up some gear, just get a feel for the fights and everything, and then just work our way straight through. We will have a pretty big roster to start. Pretty much, most of you who are here tonight are pretty assured with raid spots. It's, some of the other people might have to rotate around until we settle in on something, but we'll see. We'll see what the interest is actually like once it's time to play and who's actually ready and everything like that. It's one thing to like put your name on a spreadsheet. It's another thing to be ready the night that a raid opens in a new expansion, right? Like those are two different. Yeah, like those are two different skill sets. Like filling out the spreadsheet versus being ready to go.
Best of luck, guys. I might try to raid on Sundays whenever I can, but I don't really know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it gets.
Yeah, Pacific time zone, and not to mention big city traffic. I get home like right as raid's ending.
Right.
I definitely thought you said it's a fake time zone.
It is, well, all time zones are fake. So.
It's man-made.
Yep, it's just all a figment of your own imagination.
Alright, I'll just have to read and
Make sure you
evaluate
park
how I
your
play the
tune
game.
by the docks.
Is that where the first quest is?
I'm pretty sure it is.
I haven't parked.
You should
in
already
Stormwind,
have the
but
quest
not
to hop
right
on the
dock.
Yeah.
Popping my tunes.
Let's learn a memory.
Yeah, Joe, what are we setting our Hearthstone to?
Stormwind.
Stormwind probably.
Yeah.
Stormwind start off with, and then once we get to the main city, go there.
I've always liked Hearthstone at Stormwind. So
Yeah,
that
but the
if
question: do we do the trade district or the dwarven district?
Dwarven District is for the cool kids.
Less
Trade
people.
district.
Alright, going dwarf.
I don't need this
Tribe has
crap.
spoken.
Whatever, made some gold.
Ooh,
Why?
I freed up a bag slot by realizing I could put my fishing pole in the
Nice. The profession inventory thing, yeah. I'm gonna go learn a legendary memory.
Same.
Nice.
Timely.
With all these specializations for professions, just want y'all to know, since it's on a spreadsheet, I'm doing gym cuts. So if you want like trinkets, rings, necklace, there's probably somebody else who's gonna be better at that right away.
I'm doing potions.
I don't know anything about the crafting, so I'm like, I really do need to figure out where I want to focus my points.
Just
You should read
just
up.
do gathering if you don't know it.
Well,
You can
Yeah.
always catch it later too. Like while leveling, really gathering
Yeah.
is probably what you want to do.
Yeah, Chin,
Yeah, that'll
has
net you the
points
most
as well,
XP.
at the beginning, Chin, it'll matter, but over time we will all be able to do all of it. So it's really just what area you feel like focusing on.
Oh, okay, so it will be by like 9 point or 10.1 or something like, or 10.2, like we'll be able to do everything in that profession.
Bam.
Yeah, how
Well,
long
I mean,
it'll
it's
take,
gonna be
but
like
eventually.
I mean, it's just gonna take time and effort. But
Yeah.
I think the problem sometimes is certain people commit to something and then disappear.
Yeah.
Like leatherworking's kind of suffered from that in the past and things like that.
Yo, Spundance Kid, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Nice to see you.
Like if you want something built, put a crafting order in.
Yeah, I mean, what happened?
Be a leather worker on the server who can make it for you, hopefully.
Maybe. Maybe. Theoretically, yes, but on this server, who knows? The problem that we had in Shadowlands was, like, it was so grindy, right, to rank up your legendary base items, and, you know, obviously the expansion was not to everybody's taste, and so people had invested skill ups and had the ability to make crafts, and then they stopped playing, and then the guild effectively lost that until somebody went and leveled it back up, so that was not, like, it made sense for us to split it up that way, but it actually didn't, because we should have just funneled everything to the officers and just figured it out that way, but
I spent 1.6 million gold to make rings and necks.
yeah, I didn't spend quite that much, but I spent quite a bit myself over the course of the expansion.
Yeah, that's my only concern with Belgian for
Yeah.
the Dragonflight patch or expansion. Is just how supportive will the community be for like making crafting orders?
Might be rough, but I mean,
I don't think it's going to be any more than it is before. It's always been a low top server.
I mean, the good thing is we can keep it all in the family a little bit easier. So as long as we have enough people covering our bases, then we'll be fine. We don't really need the rest of the server to contribute anything. But if there's people out there making stuff that we can't, then awesome. It's just a bonus if it is, and if not, then we just gotta pool our resources and figure it out.
There's not a terrible number of people on Belgun. It's just
They don't raid and they don't do high level stuff. So
yeah, like with the crafting work order thing, I don't think it'll be that bad. I think there'll be enough people.
So every profession is going to have 100 points of skill to get, right? And you're only going to be able to get 1 to 50 from recipes or whatever that you get, and then from your trainers. After 50, you're not getting any new recipes unless you're getting knowledge points in your profession, or like skilling up and getting those knowledge points by making things from like unmade crafts before.
So making unmade stuff can teach you a new recipe, as they've done in some prior places. And then also there's books you get from Inscription that I believe have something that factor into it. But
they give you the books from Inscription give you a knowledge point. The knowledge points is what you use for your crafting trees. Crafting trees have recipes in them.
Okay, so at 50, the profession trainers stop teaching you anything. So from that point on, it's only making your orange recipes or unmade things you haven't made before to learning the recipe.
I don't think they proc new recipes though, right? Like they give you knowledge points, and those knowledge points, like everything that you can make is going to be obtainable by.
On the beta server, I'm pretty sure it did. It's been.
all right, so we got a little bit of we got some stuff to do, but
went to the vendor, bought a ton of mats.
I'm gonna hang out for a little bit longer, and we'll do a little bit of housekeeping before we call on that. Yo, thanks for checking out the podcast, of course. I'm as ready for tomorrow as it gets. I think I really got nothing left.
When I was on the beta, I couldn't read a damn thing.
There's nothing left for me to do that I really feel like matters. So we can get some gold on my way out.
Go off of that. Everything that I've read and watched or whatever, like talks about everything you're going to learn is going to come from knowledge points past 50.
So I guess one thing I need to do.
You can't use a gnomish army knife in the profession accessory slots.
I think the gnomish army knife is kind of dead now. I don't think it's going to do anything for. Because you're going to want different gear anyway.
Yeah, that's
for
true. It
crafting.
doesn't give anything, so.
Yeah, I think it's.
So now there's racial bonuses for trait skills. Is that right?
The same ones they've always been, but they just like realigned them with the professional overhaul. Just how like
Oh yeah, anniversary ended today at what, like 1 o'clock or something?
Inscription or something.
Yeah, 1 o'clock.
And Torns were faster at Irving. They just kind of realigned how they are statted.
Alright, what do we gotta do here?
You know, I guess I had none of those races, so I've never. I guess I never thought about it before.
Yeah, Night Elf doesn't have any, but
I can get to my body faster.
there you go. Dwarves used to and
I guess I get to get back on a bird, because it's going to be faster than waiting for my hearth to cool down, and I don't have the portal in this guy. I didn't really do anything with this dude, like in terms of Covenant stuff.
Probably not.
It's not coming back in Dragonflight. If they ever resurrect it, they pretty much said that in its current form it's over. So they would have to overhaul it somehow.
I'm not out of voice, guys. I'll be around like tomorrow. If people want to hang out in voice or whatever, I'll probably do that for a bit. So,
see you later,
I'll see y'all then.
See you, buddy.
See ya.
Alright, so what I want to do is transfer all of my anima and whatever other Shadowlands crap I'm hanging on to on my tunes onto my main, and then tomorrow, I guess I'll like fly around, and I need to take my main and switch to Necrolord and Venthyr. And just buy out whatever I can for the cosmetics. Because yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to do. Like I feel like I have like 200k anima and like many grateful offerings. So, whatever. I might as well go buy that stuff out, I guess. Is it like the most exciting thing in the universe? Not really, but I mean, that's kind of the last step, I think, right? It's like just do what I can with my anima and grateful offerings and put a bow on it, you know? That's what I'm gonna do. It's a little weird. It still doesn't really feel like it's time for expansion for me, but the cycle of like marketing and shit was just so short, you know. Like normally we'd get an expansion announcement in November, early November, late October, at the earliest. And instead we got it, you know, in April or whatever that was, right? So we already cut a few months off the whole process, and then, at least in terms of like what we knew about it. And then, you know, season 4 in August was just like, okay. I know some people were just like, well, it's not enough, like I don't care. Fine, I get that. For me, it was like, it was fresh. I had a great time with season 4 for the most part. I mean, there were some wrinkles, obviously. There was some stuff that wasn't amazing, but you know, overall, I had a really good time with it. I forgot to do something on this too. I thought the dungeons were great. The rating was mostly cool. Like, I actually liked the faded affixes after a certain point. It was a little jarring at first, you know? I was like, oh, God. We gotta do what with this? How does this work? How do we, like, actually do anything valuable with this? But once we figured that out, it wasn't too bad. And then doing like 3 and 4 faded affixes was pretty fun. Let's see. How many's gonna buy? 33. How does this dude have 33,000 anima? Doesn't even make any sense. It's time to go. It's time to go to Stormwind, isn't it? There's like no reason to leave this dude parked in Oribos. I'm done. I'm never gonna play this character in Shadowlands again. We have what? 20 more hours. Minus a maintenance hour. Like I'm not logging in to do stuff on you know, in Shadowlands content. So I think we can just start parking in except for the main. The main has to stay in Shadowlands tomorrow because I have to do one last lap of the Covenant stuff I was just talking about. I think I have mission table missions out still, so I'll just wait till they're done to start swapping around. I know that's kind of stupid. That's a little over the top min-maxy for something like this, right? But it is what it is. That's what I want to do. I don't know. This is like extremely not worth it probably to collect this from some of these characters, but I mean, wow, even this dude has 28k? How? Alright. Whatever, we're doing it. Oh, you know what? Before I do that, let me just make sure, man. I have done a level of, like, pre-expansion cleanup, this expansion, that I have never remotely done before. Like, I have never cleaned this much stuff out of this many of my characters' inventories. Bags, banks, reagent banks, like, normally it's like, well, I'll clean up some of this stuff, but I'm going to hang on to this other stuff, like, indefinitely in case I need it. Yeah. Not worth it, you know? It's just not. Like, you just gotta let go. You play the game, a lot of things accumulate. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. It's just, it's been like more of an attitude thing of like, well, I'll hang on to it just in case. And it's like, there's never a case. And with most stuff, it's going to be worth more gold the sooner you sell it. And if you need to buy it back at some point, then, you know, you can always do that. So I'm trying to shift my philosophy a little bit. What I kind of am telling myself that I'm going to do, I don't know. Like, logically, what I should do in Dragonflight is gather the shit out of everything I can gather and sell it all. And just spend the first week or two, just everything I pick up, just dump it all. And just max out that profit, and then if I need to buy stuff back to craft or whatever, then I do that, you know? Like, I feel like that's the correct way to do it. The question is, can I actually allow myself to do that? Or am I going to get precious with the stuff that I'm collecting and hoard it? Mario Party bag rules and only 4 slots. Oh, dude. Hey, I used to have 4 slot bags. There's Pete running around. Pete has been rocking that mount from Mechatork since he got it, like, 4 years ago. Holy shit, man. Zarlor's gonna be 4 years old in, like, 2 months. That's weird. Alright, so he's good. His inventory's looking pretty clean. Reagent bank is clean. We got no reservoir anima, or at least not enough that we can move any over. I'm gonna end up with too much anima. What can you do with anima? Is there any way I can cash it out for anything? Like beyond a certain point? I want to buy the cosmetics that I can buy just with anima and grateful offerings and stuff. But beyond that, like, is there anything else I can trade it in for? I can't remember. I know there are, like, anima trader dudes, but I don't think there's anything worth cashing it out for. Like, there's nothing... I don't know. Yeah, it is the currency you end up... It's garrison resources to some degree, right? Like, it's definitely true. Yeah, well, it exists in your inventory until you put it in a reservoir, but then you have to... The mechanism for moving it around is very awkward as well. What's this guy got for reservoir anima? 18k. Alright. Off we go. Like, it's cool that they made it reasonably portable, but the mechanism of, like, buying the BOA things and mailing them over, it's a little clunky. But there isn't, like, I don't know. I can't, like, the anima trader dudes don't have, like, crate of Shadowlands meat or something like that, right? Like, there isn't a sink for it. I remember, like, in season 1, I was, like, hard anima capped. I had nothing left to buy, and the cap was so much lower. And I just, from doing my normal pledge, just like bumping into the cap constantly. So the meta back then was you would buy your Covenant armor set from your gear vendor in your sanctum, and then you would just vendor all those pieces. And it was worth, like, a little bit. Oh, there's this. Okay. I'll bet you Elithium ore is still moving. Okay. We'll try it. I'd rather cash it out on Elithium ore and get stuck with Elithium ore I can't do anything with and get a tiny little trickle of gold from vendoring it than do nothing with it at all, so... do that tomorrow. Get paid. Straight cash, homie. I made a lot of fucking gold this expansion, I will say that. And I'm not particularly good at making gold. I wasn't doing anything smart to make it. But my son convinced me that I needed the Brutosaur at the end of BFA. And I had enough gold to buy it where I felt, like, reasonably comfortable. Like, I think I had like 5.8 or 6 mil or something, you know, 6.2, somewhere in the neighborhood. I don't remember exactly what I had, but I had enough where I wasn't like completely destitute because I bought it. And I was like, well, I've been accumulating gold in this tune for 18 years, and this is one of the best things I feel like I could possibly do with it. So I bought it, and then I ended up, I mean, I'm back up over 5.8 mil. I'm almost back at 6 mil. So in the last two and a half years, like, I made about as much money as I had made, you know, in the previous 16. am I doing? I sent the anima off. I'm just gonna park this guy. Oh man. I told myself I should get to bed early tonight because I'm gonna be up all night tomorrow. But I don't think it's gonna happen. It's a good thought, but while the auction house poaching people for stuff to vendor. Why does that not surprise me? Let me know if you got any hot auction house tips here in the last 20 hours of Shadowlands. Alright, this dude's good to go except for the fact that his talent tree isn't built, but like it's a fucking guardian druid, so this is probably gonna be my second alt. Like I'm probably gonna do the monk first and then I don't know. I like playing druid even though Guardian is not what I want right now. It's just not. It kind of got screwed. I hate to say it, but it's gonna do a lot of damage at least. The paladin we did. The shaman should not have any reservoir anima. A bunch of these classes I don't play at all. Like in other words, ones without tank specs. Like I leveled them up, but then I didn't do anything with them. She's got 2,300. So that sounds like two thingies. Whatever, man. I'm committed to the bit. We're doing it. Can I do anything with Soul Ash? There's a Soul Ash trader in Korthia, right? Or Soul Cinders or something. Dude, Convoke is awesome. Like Convoke, I think is one of the coolest things they've ever put in this game. I love the class. Like I love the class fantasy. There's a lot of parts of the kit that I love. I don't think the Guardian rework really came out too good. And so they tried to like wallpaper over it with just like buffing the shit out of the damage, which like nobody's gonna complain about, but it's not fun, man. It's just not fun. And that's so subjective and it's so esoteric. I can't explain to you coherently what's wrong with Guardian Druid. It's just wrong right now. But really, like, I really like the state of warrior, and I like the state of monk, and everything else feels like you're making heavy, heavy compromises. And I mean, maybe it's going to be better at max level, obviously, but I don't know, man. I feel like warrior really lucked out, and I feel like it's kind of been a while since warrior got this kind of love and attention. But see, like, warrior has the best. To me, warrior has the most fun mitigation, which is an important part of playing a spec like that, right? Like a druid, it's like you get a shitload of armor. You get armor for days, and it's like, okay. Paladin is not unlike that, honestly, but at least you do have like the block mechanic to some degree. Monk got some really cool stuff, but man, like that shit is complex. I think Monk has more buttons than Warrior now for tanking, and that's a lot. But Warrior's like almost exactly what I wanted and what I was kind of hoping for. It's very close to like ideal for me, I would say. The only thing I really wish they had done, well, Well, I guess there's two things that I would have liked to have included somewhere in the process. One would be they gave Warrior Spear Bastion instead of Ancient Aftershock. I mean, Spear Bastion was meta all expansion. Ancient Aftershock is just more fun, and for tanking, I think it's just better in most situations. I would have preferred that, but I mean, I think I'm not. I'm not idiosyncratic enough to think like, oh well, Ancient Aftershock was the choice. Like it wasn't. Ancient Aftershock is the hipster Warrior Covenant ability. But I'm fine with that. I would have liked to have seen that though over Spear. I don't want to take Spear and I don't want to use Spear. The other thing would have been, and this is the thing I'm jealous about Paladin with, like Paladin got Eye of Tyr, which was the Legion artifact weapon active ability. I actually can't remember what the warrior ability was called. But I would have loved to have gotten the Prot Warrior artifact weapon active ability back. It was a very interesting spell because it was channeled, which is weird for tanking, right? And you like breathe fire out of your shield, which would do like a fair bit of damage. But it was also like a huge shield block uptime. I think you were like guaranteed to crit block or something during its duration. So it was a mega powerful mitigation ability that you had to use really smartly in order to get value out of it, right? Like if you just hit it because it was up, or you just hit it because it was off cooldown and you needed a damage reduction ability, it may not have worked very well. You had to stand still, and you had to point it in the direction you wanted it to go, right? So it created some interesting texture because you had to do it right. And if you did it right, it was super powerful and it felt great. At first, when we first started playing Legion, I was like, man, this is a pain in the ass and it doesn't feel good. But, yeah. Eventually, I got over kind of the learning curve, and then I started using it smartly, and I was like, oh, this actually rules. Like, the fact that it's clunky is actually what's good about it, because it forces you to make good decisions in order to get the proper benefit from it, right? I would have loved to have seen something like that come back. Holy shit, man. That dude standing at the bank was in this guild called Elite Royal Council, which has legit been on this server since at least 2008, and I think the server opened in 2007. Oh my god. This dude has 28k reservoir. I have so much anima. Why? I mean, this guy I took through Zereth Mortis and stuff, so it makes sense that he has some kind of grip of anima. But anyway, I will always remember Elite Royal Council fondly because this is deep Baelgun lore, okay? This is the deep knowledge of Baelgun back when stuff like this actually meant something in some way. Elite Royal Council, they don't really do anything, okay? The fact that there's still people walking around with that tag is astonishing to me, because, again, you're talking about a guild that's been around for, dude, I don't even know, 14 years, 15 years, okay? There are 113 characters in this guild. they do not raid. They have like no raid progress. They do not do like any kind of dungeoning, really. And none of this is new. This is the way it always was, even 15 years ago. A long time ago, back in the Burning Crusade days, late Burning Crusade, a good friend of mine, a dude who hasn't played many years, but he's a great player back in his day, and he taught me everything that I need to know. Everything I know about tanking that's worth knowing, I learned from this dude. Or really, the biggest thing was he taught me how to think about the game, which was very important. He decided, like, this guild was trying to do Karazhan in like very late Burning Crusade, and my buddy he plugged in and was trying to help him out, and he was like recording Vent, and he was playing back for us the stuff that was happening in this raid, and it was hilarious, you know. Primarily because these dudes were so excited to down bosses in Karazhan, like on the eve of Wrath of the Lich King coming out, basically, right? Like, Karazhan was a pretty easy raid. It was designed to be the intro to, you know, Burning Crusade raiding, and like these dudes were struggling on this stuff, but like, man, they were so happy to kill some bosses. It was so. Anyway, I always remember Elite Royal Council. I can't believe they still exist. Yo, Cartridge Bros, what up, man? Coming for the Storm, nah, I wouldn't say that. Like, I mean, I'm gonna be dumping a shitload of time in, but there's no pressure or anything. Like, we got 2 weeks of like just chilling, leveling up, checking out the content, checking out the game, doing some Mythic Zeros. You know, like, I'm super ready, but I don't know. I mean, I'm probably more prepared for this expansion than any expansion ever made. I played Shadowlands a lot, and I got a lot of shit accomplished, and I have spent a lot of time like decompressing from Shadowlands. You know, I've spent like a couple months now in this wind down mode of like clearing out inventories and everything like that. So yeah, okay, so what up to? It is almost time. This is it, man. This is the last. It's the last night. You know, not only for me but just in general. Like, I got nothing left to do. I didn't do everything, but I did everything that I cared about. Like, I didn't do Veil Strider. I don't care. I had some moments of like, should I do Veil Strider? Like, what do I have to do to get Veil Strider? Okay, I have to do like these items. Like, well, it's really not that much. But then when push came to shove, I was like, I don't care, man. I don't want to do this stuff. Yeah, I was off stream for a while. I mean, back in 2020, I was off stream because I was moving and I couldn't stream from my in-laws' bedroom where I was kind of camped out waiting to close on my house. Shit, so, that was like a 2-month process, and then I stopped when the lawsuit news broke and all that last summer. It was just like, I'm still here, I'm still playing the game, I'm still going to do the show and have a conversation about it, and I'm going to put the news about the company and front and center, and I'm going to support the employees that make the shit that I like to play front and center on the show. But I'm not going to celebrate it in terms of like hanging out on stream and like plugging the stream and hey, come watch me stream this game that like people get abused in the service of making You know, like it wasn't fun, and I mean, obviously, it's not like everything's all better, but you do get the sense that the worst actors have been removed, which is a plus. You do get the sense that the people who work on WoW, at least, are reasonably happy and enjoy the work and enjoy the atmosphere. And I mean, I think the game has markedly improved over the last 12 months. Just every patch, it's gotten better. But, you know, there is no ethical consumption. There's no way that you can only consume video games in an ethical way. Which is not to say that you shouldn't do what you think is right, but it just is what it is. And last summer, I wasn't really having a great time with the game, and it was just, the company was just a mess, and it was black eye after black eye, and it was just like, I don't want to subject myself to this, you know? I don't want to plug their game, and I also don't really want to get flamed by internet strangers if I do feel like, you know, playing the game and sharing it with an audience. Like, so I don't know. These were all factors, you know? But then, around 9-2, I was just like, well, I'm having fun. You know, I'm enjoying the game, and like, yes, I have concerns about Activision Blizzard and Blizzard Entertainment's labor practices. Of course, you know, knowing what we know, like I do. But I felt like it was in a place where, okay, I can do this and not feel like I'm doing something that grosses me out personally, you know? So, I don't know. It may be a bit hypocritical, but I guess like if I was having more fun with the game at the time, that maybe I wouldn't have done, like, kind of just stopped, but I don't know. It was a very weird time last summer, and it was the exit door that a lot of our podcast buddies were looking for, I think, for a while, you know. I thought it was important for us to keep the show going and cover what was happening and stuff, and to spotlight that. I mean, we have a platform, right? People all over the world listen to the show, which is unreal. It's very weird to think about, but it is true. Like, we have a prominent voice in the space, and I feel like we would have been doing a disservice to the employees that have done so much for us over the many years of this game's existence, right? If we didn't shine a light on that stuff and try to amplify their voices and their message to the people that listen to us, like, I'm not saying anybody did anything wrong by doing what they felt like they needed to do. If they felt like they needed to walk away or whatever, like, it's fair game, but for me personally, I felt like the correct thing to do is not go, well, since Blizzard Corporate is a dumpster fire, I'm done doing this. But then again, I wasn't really looking for an out either, and I think some people that I know from the podcasting space who disappeared from it over the last year and a half, like, they had been ready to get out for a long time, and so it was an easy way to make a clean break, and I get that. Sometimes when you're doing something for that long, you know, you feel like you have a responsibility to your audience. You don't want to leave them. And that's not untrue, but you gotta do shit for yourself, you know? I had a brief Twitter conversation with an acquaintance from the podcasting space this week who he had done a pretty high-profile show. He had some Ian Hazzikostas audio, which is awesome. I've never gotten to work with Ian. In my many years of doing this and working with many people from the dev team on promotion and PR and audio and all that. And he was feeling a bit perturbed because he felt like a lot of the coverage de-emphasized his audio. It was all about... It was like him and another show, another podcast, and a website. It all kind of collaborated on this project, and he was pissed, man. He was pissed enough to publicly tweet about kind of being disregarded, like disrespected, you know. And I get that because it sucks, you know. Ooh, this guy actually can't afford to buy anything. I should spend these Sandworn relics and buy some Mog, but maybe tomorrow. I don't know. He might just be sitting on these Sandworn relics for a while. But anyway, it sucks, dude. I've been there. You know, we've had instances where we've had exclusive audio with people on the dev team. You know, just shit that nobody else has. Like, well, we got this, and you try to get press for your show. You email the press link at various fan sites or whatever, and some of them run with it, and some of them ignore you. And sometimes it gets run with, but not in a way that you really approve of or appreciate. And in this case, I mean, I think the dude did have a pretty valid point. Like, he had exclusive audio with the friggin' game director, you know, and the way the posts on the big sites came out made it was an afterthought. It was somebody else's deal entirely. And it sucks, man. And the dude was mad. And I felt bad for him, but, you know, I said to him, like, you know, podcasting especially is always just going to be in the basement, dude. It's decentralized, right? There's no one place you go to get it, so that means there's no easy way to look at things like metrics and stuff like that. It is not consumable in like small chunks, right? Podcasting it's a long format generally. I mean, some shows have done like mini casts and stuff over the years, but by and large, you're talking about long form discussion. It's not really a drop in, drop out thing like a live stream. It's not as digestible as YouTube tends to be. And it doesn't have the advertising dollars, right? Like, it's just not... Like, it's disregarded, man. And I said to him, like, fuck him. What are you gonna do, man? You just gotta do it for yourself. You gotta do it because you love doing it. And you gotta do it because you want to share the passion you have for the hobby with the audience. And the podcast audience is the fucking best, man. We're lucky because you get the thoughtful people, you get the level-headed people, you get the adults in the room, you know, from doing a podcast and doing it the right way. You get the fucking edgelords and the children and all that shit. I mean, I guess you could attract them if you wanted to, potentially, but by and large, you don't get that, you know. I've met so many cool people from doing the show who, you know, who listen to the show and want to engage with it in some way, and been exposed to a lot of cool perspectives and stuff like that. It's awesome. But, you know, when you get when you get that like podcaster dream of like lining up that interview that you wanted to have, like you got to do the best work you can do with it and put out the best product you can, and you have to appreciate it on that level. And if it gets picked up by Wowhead, or if Max watches your video of it or some shit, like, awesome. But if not, like, is that the reason that you did it? So, who cares? You know? Like, and it's tough. I had the biggest chip on my shoulder for so many years about Starting Zone not being respected, and we did so much work, man, to build the show up and make the best show we could. Busted our asses, man. We really did. We still work on the show pretty hard, but I don't have the shoulder chip anymore. I don't have to prove anything to anybody. Most of all myself, But in those earlier years after we took over from Mick, it was like, acknowledge the show, Blizzard, the audience, etc. You know what I mean? Like, it was a need that I had, and part of it was like having various different guests on the show. Like whether it was various content creators or people from the team or whatever. Like there was goals that I had specifically around show content, like getting specific types of shows out and whatnot. And I don't feel like I have that as much anymore. I just want to have fun, and I want to make something that the audience is going to appreciate and respond to. And that's no way you can do it, man. But I know it sucks when you have those expectations, right? Like, you have this thing that you care about and you believe in so much, and it doesn't get the broader reaction that you think it deserves. Like, that fucking sucks, man. I don't know what the point of that story was, but it's just the state. It's the state of things, man. It's the state of podcasting, I guess. It's weird because now, like, we're among the veterans in the scene, and we're among the bigger shows and the higher rated shows and all that, and part of it is via deletion, right? Like, the biggest of the big shows went away and never came back. But if you look at our charting and stuff these days, it's about as high as a lot of those shows would get to, I don't feel like we're doing the same kind of stuff that those shows were doing. And in some ways it's intentional. We wanted to do our own thing and sort of have the alternative for, like, the more, I don't want to say hardcore player, because that, who knows what that even means. That means something different to everybody. But to the more engaged player, the player that was in there day in and day out, week in and week out, and gave a shit, and wanted to learn whatever they could about it. That's who we are, and that's what the show we wanted to do. That's the audience we wanted to serve. So, I don't know. Wild podcast got me through a lot, but seeing most die a slow death really made me look for other things. Not good, not bad, just fun while it lasted. Yeah, I mean, it took a pretty significant shift over the years, right? Like, shit got weird during Warlords, which is where I started doing WoW podcasting, right? And then Legion was like an incredible boon to the game. It was such a great expansion, and it was easy to make content about. It was just the gift that kept on giving. There was just so much there, you know. But Legion also introduced a bunch of stuff that started separating. How do I put this without? I'm not trying to insult anybody. But Legion really started. It created a lot of stratification based on skill levels, right? Because of Mythic Plus, because of things like Mage Tower, and suddenly there were a lot of people who made stuff about WoW that spent a lot of time bitching about not being able to get the shit they wanted out of Legion because it was too hard. And I don't know, man. I don't think that went over too big, and that's when it started to be like, okay, I'm ready to cycle out of this, you know. Yo, Lich, my cursor's the size of a truck, dude. I'm an old man. I can't fucking see anything, dude. On this display, I mean, I got a pretty big display, and it's pretty high res. It's not like 4K, but it's 1440. Dude, I would lose my cursor all the time before they put in the scaling. When we put that in, I was like, yeah, that's interesting. I'll give it a shot. And then I bumped it to 64 by 64, and I was like, oh, okay, this is like what my interface is supposed to look like, you know? The shitty thing is, like, look at this. It's not, the icon isn't, like, scaled properly for all the different cursor icons. It's like, the glove looks fine, it's pretty nice, but, like, the cross swords looks like shit, it's so pixely. Yeah, yo, Uncle Vinny, what's up, man? Yeah, I gotta, I mean, like, here's my default, dude. Like, what is this? You need a cursor mod or something that draws, like, the trails on your screen. You can't see it. Nah, dude, I can't do default on 1440, no way. Not at my age. Gotta go to, look at this, baby. Hell yeah. We're going 128. Look at that shit, dude. That looks like Vampire Survivors. That's like pixel art right there. So you can't even see, it's like bigger than my tooth. You can't even see what's happening. It's like, oh, sorry guys, I didn't realize I was standing in fire because my cursor's too big. I think this dude is curses for biting about. Yeah, it looks like pixel art, right? Like at that size, yeah. Shit, is there anything to do with Stygia too? Like, I guess I don't really strictly have to do any of that before expansion, but all right, this guy's right. I mean, I'm sure there's add-ons that like change shit around with your cursor, right? I've never really looked into it. Server's integrity is on Bailgun NA. It's also connected to Doomhammer NA. You should come fucking play with us, dude. If you can. I sent you a Discord DM. I don't know if you saw it, but check your Discord DMs. I gave you the lowdown while I had a moment of like clarity and function yesterday. My brain was working properly. I don't know how that happened, but why am I still sending these? But like I have to. I don't know. This is how I do this, man. It's the main. We got one more round. Maybe two more rounds? Nah, we'll do once this stuff's done in the morning, I'm done. Yeah, like we weren't Discord friends. I don't know if I sent you a friend request or whatever, so like you have to you probably have to like approve the message or whatever, but I sent you some stuff about it if you're looking for a spot. Like I can't really like recommend Bailgun Doomhammer, but we aren't going anywhere, at least for the time being. And honestly, the auction house merge, like the region-wide auction house, has helped a lot with the stuff that I hated the most about the state of the server. So, yo, Kemplar 3K, what up? Thanks for the follow. Welcome. Nice to have you. Happy Dragonflight Eve to you. This is my last Queen's Conservatory. I trashed all my other shit. Hell yeah, almost 6 mil, baby. Think I'm fucking around here? This is an 18-year-old tune. This tune is old enough to vote, dude. I'm not even like a gold maker. I mean, I make gold, but it's mostly just a function of time investment and then having like a shitload of mats on hand and stuff. But I was actually shortly before you got here, I was telling the story of like the end of BFA. I was hanging out in Borealis, and my son toddled up to me. He was watching me play, and he was like 3 at the time, right? Something like that. Just a little guy. And he was like, "What is that dinosaur?" Like somebody in town was like chilling on a Brutosaur, and he's like, "What is that?" I was like, "It's a mount, dude. You can like ride on it. It's got like auction house. You can like sell stuff on it. And it's expensive, but it's pretty cool." Huh? He's like, "Yeah, you should buy that." And I was like, "You know, one day, like, my son is going to inherit my BNet account, and I didn't want to leave him hanging, dude. I had to do it for posterity." I had been thinking for a long time of like, should I buy this? I have enough gold for it, but it's very uncomfortable. I only have about 5 million, right? Like, for the little one, exactly. Like, that's, but like I, obviously, like, we knew this was happening in BFA, right? That we had this mount for this time, and it would go away, and it cost us much gold and whatever. I'm like, I didn't have enough gold at the outset of BFA. Well, I'm really not a gold farmer, not a gold maker. Like, I'm not like an AH Baron or some shit. Like, I just played a game, and I was like, well, Jesus, this is just like worthless. Then, like, it became clear as BFA was, yeah, a good investment is the exact way to put it, because, like, at the end of BFA was approaching, it was obvious I was going to be able to afford it. And I was like, let's see where we end up, right? And then I think I ended up at, I forget what 5.8, 6.2, 5.6, 6.4, something like that, right? Like, enough to clear it and not be completely flat broke. So I was like, alright, you know, I'm going to do it. And I pulled the trigger on it, and then I just started using the auction house all the time. And anything I picked up, I'd auction. And then now that was like 3 years ago, three and a half years ago. And now I'm back up to basically where I started, and I'm sure it's going to be... I had so much stuff to dump once they merged the auction houses, because I couldn't fucking sell anything because my server economy was dead until we got the region-wide AH, and then it's like, oh, all this stuff moves now. Like, look, I'm selling all of this shit as I post it. So now I just like print money with the fucking thing. I mean, this is all low. It's all low transactions, but it's like there's no barrier. I just sit here and do it, you know, and the gold comes out the other end. So it was a huge. I mean, it's already paid for itself just in the course of one expansion, right? And I think what I'm going to try to do in Dragonflight is just sell fucking everything, dude. Like, the first couple weeks, just gather an auction and gather an auction and max out that profit, and then worry about if I gotta put gold back into the economy to get mats back out, fine, but I'll be buying them back cheaper than what I sold them for, right? Like, theoretically. I don't know if I can stick to that. It's going to be hard for me because it's just not what I do, but I'm going to try. Combine like 200k across all retail. Oh my god, dude. I'd be sweating bullets. I don't spend gold on anything, really, so I don't know why I would be upset by that, but... I don't know. Be careful when posting early X-Pack. Yeah, I would imagine it's probably pretty volatile at the outset, right? And somebody snaps a bunch of shit up and resets the market or whatever. Like, honestly, for me, I think one of the biggest sources of gold income over the last few years has just been, like, playing retail incessantly. I just don't stop playing, and they give you enough gold, like, for it to really start to add up from doing various stuff, you know, like Paragon bags and all shit like that. Like, I have no auction house technique. People post for 90% less, and you won't notice if you're going quick. Yeah. Yeah, people, like, don't understand how the auction house works, like, even remotely, and it doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, how did you arrive at this conclusion that this was the thing to do? Like, why did you undercut the market to this degree? Like, are they doing it on purpose because they're trying to reset something, or... Dude, I have... Holy shit. This tune has 175k reservoir anima, and then among my other tunes, I just sent her another 248k anima. I have like 300, 400k anima. Like almost... No, I have over 400k anima combined. Like, this is... It's going to be way too much to... Even after I buy out the other two covenants that I have, since I have the Grateful Offerings. Ridiculous. They're trying to trick you into selling for way less to post normally for massive profit. Yeah. See, Chase is my auction house guy. He just tells me what to pay attention to. I'm an auction house novice, but I pick up a couple things here and there, and it makes me a little bit of money. It's gonna be real weird with Dragonflight first couple weeks with region-wide auction houses and just the way all the all the new mats work. The whole giant profession reset is gonna be a little weird. But hopefully I'll be cracking 6 mil and then some before too long. I think that's everything that needed to happen here. I got all my anima moved over. All of my inventories are empty. Right? All of my tunes except this one are parked in Stormwind now. Well, and the monk, because the monk's got a table going. So tomorrow we will round up the tables, move everything over to the warrior, and then warrior's gonna go Necrolord for a hot minute and go buy out the vendors there, and then go Venthyr for a minute and buy out the vendors there. Then I'm gonna cash all my anima out for Elithium, I guess, and AH all that shit. And then done, and then we just wait. So, yeah, I think that's gonna do it. I mean, we've been going for a little bit of a shorter stream. We didn't do Keystones after Raid, and I don't know. But thanks everybody. Really super fun stream tonight, even though All-Paladin Raid didn't really go the way I would have preferred, necessarily. Like, it just, stuff wasn't working. Like, we were having some tech issues with the game, and some of those fights really did not work great with all paladins. Not really my... And I mean, it's going to be wacky when you do that, but, like, not being able to CC the Barghast Shades is like, well, Barghast is just going to hurt you really bad. So, whatever. I mean, we got through a handful of bosses, and I think everybody had fun. I had fun. It's like that thing of like when you try to do something with your kids and your kids don't really appreciate it or whatever, and it's like you kind of you want to like sell everybody on the fun idea, and it just doesn't quite go according to plan. That's kind of what it felt like tonight, but whatever. Set Shadowlands off in style. We got a BOE on the last trash pull before the last boss, and then we did Court of Blood or Council of Blood, whatever it's called, for the last boss, which was I think one of the more fun ones we had over the course of the expansion. So, yeah, I don't know. It was a good night to say goodbye to kind of a maligned expansion, but we hung in there. And I think Dragonflight is going to be a bright new dawn for all of us as WoW players and for our guild and stuff for sure. So tomorrow I'll be streaming, of course. I'm just going to throw the stream on and just level and hang out and see what, actually play Dragonflight for real instead of the alpha beta kind of questing and nothing counts and constantly gets reset. I'll probably throw the stream on a little before 6. Make sure I'm logged into the game. Make sure I'm ready to go. And I'll just hang out until I get too sleepy or I gotta shut the lights in here off or something. Drops eligible. Feldrake time. Chase is correct. You can get your Feldrake from hanging out here. 4 hours of watched time in the category will get it for you. And you can get it from here. I am also opted into the Support a Streamer program. So if you want the pet, if you give 2 subs to the channel, $10, I get $5, you get a pet. That's not a bad deal. So it was cool of Blizzard to do that. They kind of actually have crushed it with the drops and stuff program for this. It's been huge for my little channel. Like it's been really fun, So I don't know why it took so long for us to get drops, but it's worked out really well. I hope it's not the last time. But if you want drops and you want a pet, 6 p.m. tomorrow is when all that stuff starts kicking off. So I'll definitely be going for at least 4 hours tomorrow. You can get your Drake all in one shot, but it's Expansion Eve, man. It's gonna be hard to sleep tonight and to focus on work tomorrow. But it's well, expansion time is like the most important Christmas of your childhood, but it only happens every other year, Yo, Craig, yeah, dude, you missed everything. I'm winding down. It's 11 o'clock. We raid at 7:30, so. Well, yeah, they had a lot of turnover with a lot of stuff with the CMs, with social media, and they got some new blood in there. I mean, obviously, like they got some different management at the top as well. With John Hyde and Holly taking over the brand. No more Brack. And then, yeah, you got Stats and Fist on the social media team, and they had Athelis over on the influencer relations side for a while, but he's gone now. They got Alex over there. He seems like a nice guy. So I like all that. I mean, I'm sure there's like all kinds of contracts and shit involved with setting up drops, but glad they did it. It's frankly kind of ridiculous. Like Twitch as a platform kind of grew up in a large part around the WoW category. I mean, the WoW category has been huge for Twitch over the years, and for them to have never done drops until 2 weeks ago is so weird. Anyway, thanks everybody. I appreciate y'all, and I hope you come back to hang out tomorrow while you're doing your Dragonflight thing. Get some cool rewards for your trouble. So everybody have a great rest of your night, and good luck surviving your Monday, whatever it happens to look like. And just keep telling yourself 6 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Eastern. All right, guys. Appreciate you, and I'll